Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? Our game is not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I? I think it's sane, I think it's logical. What I don't you find? Are we, am I? As time goes by, I'll be a slip away. Should I do you mind? Are we, am I? Fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. So fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. This is the way it has to be. Tell me why you lied to me. Fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. So fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. I'm not afraid of you. How dare you say this love is this love is fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, raise me up and see my
Yes. Yes. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends that the cup is in the building tonight. Game 6. Carolina, Vegas. Vegas might have something to say about that. Carolina with 2 chances to win this Stanley Cup. My guess is they want to get it done tonight. Vegas, my guess, they hate that idea. They would like to win this one. It's been a tight series. Let's see how it continues. Welcome to SDP VIP logo with no name. SDP VIP ad free. Sports Talk Chud. Welcome to SDP VI Pizzle. Last night, a team with one of the longest title droughts in the country's biggest market won it all. But no, it's definitely the pressure in Toronto. No, no. You know what the New York Knicks did? You know what the key to their success was? At every opportunity, whenever their fans showed enthusiasm, they went, ugh, enough. Some of you were like, no, they didn't. I know. Don't worry. Emo jalapeno 666. Scary. Says RIP to one of RIP to truly one of a kind artist. Recommend y'all check out the amazing art and music of Oliver Tree. He has blessed the world with. He sings uh life and goes on and on. Oh, is it that on and on and on? But it really sucks. It has to without him. I heard about this, but I wasn't aware of who he was. I'm definitely gonna have to check him out. Bit of a sharp right turn to the next comment. Wonder if Charter Fart is going to improve on his 4 goals a game record tonight. How long do you think his record lasts? I mean, the math says it ends tonight on account of no one has ever done what he's done in 4 games, and he's done it in 5. I would love to be like, he stinks, and I hope he stinks forever. What? Apparently, something was said on air. Oh, Ron. Nothing. Don't worry about it, Drew. Can we get Danhausen to uncurse the Leafs? I doubt it. But I would pay him human monies to do so. Does Stahl make history with a goal tonight? I mean, there are going to be a number of people who have Jordan Stahl on their Conn Smythe ballot if Carolina were to win tonight. Um, but if he scores tonight. Now, here's a really tricky issue that CJ has talked about. Lots of people have talked about. Your award ballot has to be submitted by, I think it's sometime in the 3rd period, if not second intermission. So, like, let's say people are like, "Oh, it's tight between Stankoven and Stahl, but I'm gonna go Stahl," and then Stankoven scores the Stanley Cup winning goal. You They cast their ballot for Stahl uh before the overtime winner was scored. Marley's won today, by the way, in a crazy game. They're now up 2 games to nothing in the Calder Cup final. They were down 2-1 heading into the second, then they scored 2 goals to tie it 3-3. Yusuf Valimaki, or sorry, 3-2, and then Yusuf Valimaki tied it at 3-3. Grew scored to put him up. Yusuf Valimaki scored again with seconds remaining to force overtime, and then Logan Shaw, Le Capitaine, got his 9th of the playoffs and 2nd of the game. Will Villeneuve, by the way, with his 17th assist on that bloody goal. Vinny Lettieri with his 13th. Caden Primo, Leaf legend, was in net for the Wolves. They've now used both their goalies in this series. It was a game of crazy performances. Valimaki had 2 goals, only good enough for 3rd star. Grew got 2 goals, 2nd star. Shaw, 2 goals, OT winner, 1st star. Let's hope that North Carolina does not burn down the city like New York did last night. So I know New York was rather naughty, and there were like crimes, but I feel like some of the videos going around were fake because I didn't see a lot of. I don't know. I've also been like living my life today and was like, oh, the Knicks won. Good for them. If Canes win, Marner will regret his veto to the Canes. I've seen that going around, and I can't be a hypocrite. Like, yeah, that's obviously a juicy storyline, but Marner blocked a few trades out of the city over a course of time. But last spring, or heading into the spring, I have a hard time blaming him just because he was going to become a new dad. And like, who the hell wants to get traded when they're just about to become a new dad? Like, it's difficult. Are they just doing the same pregame? Boo. Uh, as a Knicks fan who partook in the burning of the city last night, I hope that you one day get to experience the level of relief and tranquility I experienced last night. Oh, God, I hope so. Oh, Denise Campbell, has Boo Boo the victory puppy been adopted yet? So, in Cup Check, we started victory puppies with the Ontario Humane Society, and uh, where we highlight a dog and we say, hey, here's a dog. This one's in Whitby. Here's its stats. Like we make a little hockey card, and we put up Boo Boo. Boo Boo was adopted in less than 24 hours. We're thrilled about that. And tonight we're going to have another victory puppy for quite possibly the last time this season. And I hope it's not. Blue White Flame says, go Knights, go. Let's be real, though, Steve. Oh, Corrupted says, Steve! Let's be real, though, Steve. When the Leafs win the cup, I don't think Southern Ontario will exist anymore. Dude. I spend at least a couple moments a week. Is this thing keep? Come on, you. I spend at least a few moments a week thinking about that moment. Should have played this game at the White House. Oh boy. Man. I used to be so into UFC, and they went so ridiculously off the wagon. I hope this entrance hits in person, because on TV I'm like, this. All right, this was cool the first time. Let's go. There you go. Reminds me a little bit of Goldberg. It is 8:16 p.m. Eastern. I mean, it is an elimination game in the Stanley Cup final. Kind of difficult to be like, all right, fellas, that's enough. There's got to be some pageantry that goes with it. Is Marc-Andre Fleury the most beloved hockey player of all time by both fans and his fellow professionals? I'm going to say no, not because of anything to do with Marc-Andre, but like that is such a high pedestal. Like, I think what you got to do, I think a better way to do that conversation is go, who are the guys with the best reputation, and not try to rank them against each other. Like, I'm trying to think I don't recall anyone ever saying something bad about Jean Beliveau. You know what I mean? Or Ken Dryden. Or there's not a lot. If this goes back to Raleigh, who sounds the siren? Cam Ward. Maybe this is a hot take, maybe not, but I personally loathe these Knights intros. Brother, get to the game. If you got to make a whole production like this to get your fans jazzed up, I don't know. It's Vegas, man. It's Vegas. I bet the fans there love it. I don't think they show it on TV every time. Like, this is new to us. You know what I mean? Is the party in Raleigh going to be as big as it was in New York? Yeah. I think it's going to be bigger than people will give it credit. Wes Richard sent 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you, you beaut. If this goes back to, oh, wait, I already read that. If 2013 taught me anything, the team that was great all season is a better bet than the team that got hot late. If you go back and look at that 2013 Blackhawks team, it's a miracle it took 6 games to beat them. It's a miracle, or rather, sorry, it's a miracle it took 6 games to get beaten. Steve Dangle, most beloved player pyramid when? There's something there. There's something to nibble on with that idea. Ref Boyardee. To think there's a timeline out there where the Leafs have the number 1 pick, the Marlies win the Calder Cup, and a trophyless Mitch just sits there like, dude, WTF. Listen, to me, not related. I'm happy Leafs got the first overall pick. I'd be happy if they win the Calder Cup. Job's not done. And as for Mitch, I think I've been a pretty good boy. Like, I'm doing my absolute best to treat Mitch like he's any other player. I'm doing my best. You thought Steve was a Canadiens fan. You've seen through my disguise. Do you know, I cried deeply and bitterly when I took down the Habs stuff that was here. When I was hanging that up, I was like, are people going to take this wrong? Well. Oh, who's doing the siren? Oh, Alex Petrangelo, 2023 Stanley Cup champion. Bat flips and birdie putts. I used to think the Habs had the longest intros to a game. I think they've been dethroned. Yeah. The 13 Red Wings were a terrible team and somehow took the Hawks to OT in game 7. All right, folks. Bussy in net for the Hurricanes. Hart in net for Vegas. Vegas has a couple lineup changes. Riley Smith is in. Braden Bowman is in. Kolesar out. Obviously, William Karlsson out with the injury. Kolesar is a surprise, I got to admit. Freak says, I mean, we always talk about hated players, but never beloved ones. I think it's important to remember both. Wholeheartedly agree. Puck is about to drop on game 6. Puck is dropped. It's Dowd out there against Stahl. Vegas comes up with it first. It's in the neutral zone. They go offside just seconds into the game. 7 seconds, as a matter of fact. Braden Bowman starting lineup. Welcome to the Stanley Cup final, kid. Oh, NHL playoff debut. He's a young kid. I think he's 22. I saw before the game. Already taken him off. He's got good AHL numbers. Is that Thunder? Lightning? No. A hurricane, says Butcher. What percentage will the Leafs trade for a second top 5 pick? What on earth could they possibly trade for the second or for a top 5 pick? Good forecheck from Carolina here, but Vegas gets out. Stone up the ice to Rasmus Anderson, who just chips it in. Sean Walker is forechecked hard by Mark Stone. Behind Carolina's net, Walker. Ooh, Carolina can't clear. Here's Stone from distance. Tries to get it to Eichel. Doesn't quite work, but they keep the cycle alive. A hurricane falls on their bum. Nikishin tries to get it to Martinuk. Or rather, sorry, that's Miller. On, deflected. That's in the corner. It's a really good opening shift here for Vegas. Or opening two shifts. Carolina gets out. Is this going to be enough for icing? I don't think so. It is not. Owen sent 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you, you beauty. Steve, you have been the goodest boy as far as Marner. Thank you. I think so too. Sent down the ice. Ehlers going to go get it in his own end. He's hit by Marner. Jarvis, whoa, evades a check. That would have been pretty stiff. Vegas gets out again. It's Howden. Are they offside? They are not. Who is the most beloved Finnish player in Canada? Saku Koivu? It's as good an answer as any. Having a hard time thinking of a better one. Carolina holds Lehkonen, Drew says. Jackson Blake, hard around. That goes through the blue paint, and Vegas clears it. He did take the Habs to the Stanley Cup final. Koivu's return game was crazy. Icing against Carolina. Looks like Freddie Anderson may call it a career. Thoughts? Hope he gets a cup, even though he isn't playing. I don't know about calling it a career. I think it's valid to ask the question. Damn, Mark Stone put Sean Walker on his bum. That was that hit that I didn't see who it was. Just over 2 minutes gone. Who's the best Finnish Leaf ever? Did you just say Nick Hagman? Hackyberg. It's not an illustrious list, actually. In front! Carolina clears it. That's going to be icing, though. Probably a good icing to take. Do you think they have any bottles of good nut on the bench? Top-notch coconut water. They probably have good nut. Oh, Drew has that as a clip for this game. First period or second? Ooh, Taylor Hall looks hurt. He's on Carolina's bench. Leo Komarov. See, Leo Komarov's, he played for Finland. Estonian born. Did a lot of playing in Russia. Good block by Jackson Blake, and he gets out of the hurricane zone. Carrier dumps it deep. Trying to forecheck on Hannafin. Creates a turnover and a stop. Hurricanes looking to center. No one there. Aho. Shot from distance is blocked. Eichel tried to draw the interference. Walker with it behind his net. Gives it to Miller. Walker dumped into Vegas's end. Long journey to go get it. Korzak with the puck. Can't get it up and out. Korzak still can't get it up and out. Now Dowd holds onto it. Korzak to Coughlin. Or not Coughlin, sorry. Into the middle of the ice. There's a couple new names and it's screwing me up. Dowd puts that out of play. 16:43 to go in the first. Oh, Mika Kiprasov with the Flames. I mean, like Oilers, yeah, like Yari Curry, Esatikinen. Trying to think of the Canucks. Good Nut was one of my favorite VIP segments in a minute. Ever run into Peter Mansbridge at the CBC building? Yes, on ice surfing. That was meeting him, and it was at the CBC building. Knives can be traded to Chicago. Also, love Victory Puppies Durham Showcase. FYI, hit like peeps. And thank the mods. Hope for game 7. Great hockey, says Doug the Leaf fan. If the Canes win, ugliest cup winning jersey ever. Oh, we could probably do uglier than that. Puck goes out of play. 16:25 to go in the first. Ray Ferraro throws it over the glass. What a hero. If they don't win the cup, does Torts come back as Vegas coach? Torts might be the biggest wild card in the league. Like, I think he's going to retire as well. I also don't know. He's an odd duck, but here he is in the Stanley Cup final, fighting off elimination. That's the glass half empty way of looking at it. If you want to be an optimist, he's 2 wins away from the cup. Here comes Vegas 3-on-2. They bobble it, though. Carolina takes it back, and this is going to be a breakaway. A shot and a goal from Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall, the first overall pick in 2010, has to wait all the way to 2026. You got to sniff at the Stanley Cup final. And he opens the scoring here in game 6. And you never know, it could be the cup winning goal. He got a lane, he got his shot, and he buried it and basically no-sells it. That goes over the pad and under the glove of Hart. 1-0 Carolina Uri. I think he's got to save that too. It's a good shot. Robinson shot is blockered into the corner. What that does, though, Drew, is like Hart. It's like the Hart spin a narrative, Hart. He allows a goal on the second shot. Like, that's not going to help things, right? A shot. That one stopped. Thoughts on a potential new Leafs jersey come draft day? I'm into it as long as it looks good. Freak 811. Also, I told Adam, now I will say again, thanks for enjoying my Sleepy Hollow email, but I am not a teacher, just a U.S. Army veteran. Well, I appreciate you contributing to SDP VIP. Did you watch the Marlies on Flow? No, I was playing my own game. Quarter of goals, or 1 of 4 goals there, Charter. Just 3 more, says the OG. Torts picked the wrong hill to die on. Hey, go Canes. Martinook holds the zone. Vegas swats it back, and now here they lose it in their feet. That was Bowman. 42 is Bowman. Compute that, Steven. Compute it. Keandre Miller around. Gets it to the neutral zone. Aho plays it back to Svechnikov, who gives it away in the neutral zone. This stream is sick. Hall gets a flick. Canes in 6, says Hawks23. You've been with us all season, buddy. Bussy out of his net to play it. Almost gives it away to Dowd. Healers gets rid of it and clears it extremely well. I thought that was going to be icing for sure. Jarvis creates a turnover. It's Stahl. Stahl tries to get it to Jarvis. Doesn't work. Jarvis 2-on-1. Stahl can't come up with the puck there. Vegas just able to clear the zone. Slavin slaps it around. Bussy. Ooh. Out of his net to play it, which I'm starting to think he should do less. Rasmus Anderson to the neutral zone and dumped in. Vegas has yet to register a shot on goal. But if you've been watching the Stanley Cup final, you know that doesn't matter. And that'll be icing against Carolina with 14-16 to go in the first. Steve, did you see the stat that popped up? Apparently, Vegas have never won a series trailing 3-2. I haven't seen that stat. And also, each individual series is so different from all the ones that came before it. And Vegas has played so few series because they're such a young team. I mean, they've played a lot considering how recently they've come into the league, but it doesn't matter. Bussy with the stop. Oh, rebound. Oh, Riley Smith couldn't get to that bobbling puck. Sorry, that was Dorofeev. 16, not 19. Carolina now trying to break out. Stankoven, little spinny pass over to Hall again. Hall. Hurricanes changing, so they're heavily outnumbered and they give it away. Stankoven, oh my gosh, just bodies the much larger Hannafin. Shot, that's off the side of the net. Jackson Blake finds Sean Walker over to Hall, who has trouble handling it. He gets it back to the point. It's Walker over to Miller. Miller down low. Hall fans on the one-timer, or rather heals it. Stankoven tries to get it to the point. Doesn't work. Now he's just trying to prevent the breakout, and he does a decent job. Carolina with it as they change. Jackson Blake swats it. Oh, Blake low-bridged a little bit by McNabb to avoid a big hit. 13-13 to go. Make a wish. Barbashev, good play at the blue line. His pass is picked off. That's sent down the ice. Is it enough for icing? It is not. No, my TV feed's good. Yours choppy? Let's not get a repeat of last time, eh? Svechnikov in front. There's a rebound. It goes to the side of the net. Aho. Svechnikov. Battle in front. Svechnikov in the corner. Oh, Svechnikov is laid into. Carolina still has it. Aho. Svechnikov got up and just lost that race to the puck. Martinuk lays a hit on Howden, but Vegas gets out of their end. Carolina says, right back you go. Aho shovels it deep. McNabb gives it away to Aho. Chatfield, Goss to spare. Just dumps it because he was in a bit of a precarious position there. Carrier lays a hit. Vegas, dart up the ice. Off target, but deflected, so no icing. Slavin with it behind his net. Slavin to Jankowski. Is that icing? It is not. Hard out of his net to play it. Battle along the half wall in the Vegas zone. They get out over the blue line. Korzak tries to play it up to Bowman. Eric Robinson. He's got burners. He gets it deep for Carrier and then goes off. Stahl's out there. Stahl with it. Steve Dangle, SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Stahl, hard around. Korzak collects it, airmails it. Man, Carolina is not hanging back. They just keep throwing it up. Now here comes Vegas, though. Dorofeev, cross ice. Anderson, Eichel. Shot! Stopped by Bussy and just goes wide. Eichel. Oh, Dorofeev! Stopped by Bussy! Rebound! On top of the net! And Bussy, oh my goodness! Facing the board, grabbed it in his glove. That's nuts. Diane, thank you for 20 STPN memberships. That was nuts. Think of the point. Not what the hell happened there? Oh, you got to show that before we go to commercial. Please show that. Stone, Dorofeev, blap, hit him in the chest. Might have been a high stick. You'll never know. Oh, he bent down to one knee and yoinked it off the line as we go to commercial. Steve Dangle on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Mike Farino keeps looking at this stat. 851 save percentage, 21 goals against as of that goal. How is Hart still in the net? Designer Drugs, rooting for the Canes because I want to start talking about Gavin McKenna or other scenarios on SDPN. That's Flyers legend Noah Hannafin to you, good sir. Like Don Mills? Was he part of a three-way deal? I was pleasantly surprised on Friday. Maybe I missed you guys saying it, but I didn't realize Adam was doing World Cup streams. We are. Lixa, traveling to Toronto for the last week of October. Need a restaurant and bar recommendation. Don't worry about Chinese or Japanese. I'm coming from Vancouver. Both are better out here. Okay. I love our Japanese food. I love our Chinese food. Mm, yeah. You're right. I'm going to Vancouver this summer and I'm just gonna eat my body weight in raw fish. That's the plan. That is the plan. We got crazy Indian. We got don't go to a chain. Like you just don't need to. We got whatever you want. Like that's the great thing about Toronto. It's so I've come around. Like I tried to not like talk about like the most touristy spots. You gotta do the CN Tower. It's Drew recommends Smoke and Bones. He says it's the best barbecue in Toronto. Where's that? Baldwin Street? Closer to Liberty Village, which is also nice. Face off in the hurricane zone. They want to redo that face off. Shots are 5-3. Carolina goals are 1-0. My problem is I'm just not in the heart of Toronto like 5 times a week like I used to be. Like I used to have all my recommendations down and most of the restaurants I recommend would are probably not there anymore. Is Beer Bistro still there? Friggin' love Beer Bistro. Is that still there? On Yonge? I don't know. Marner dumps it into the Hurricanes and Bussy thought about leaving his net and then didn't because he's watching the stream in his helmet. Walker leads the rush up the ice, swats it off target for Jarvis, but a misplay there by McNabb freed up a little bit of time there. Hall almost picked off Dowd. That could have been dangerous. But Dowd flicks it into the Carolina zone. Cole Smith gets a healthy hit there on Slavin. Oh, almost a giveaway for Carolina. Shot. It's deflected. It's in the corner. Smith, Chatfield, and Jackson Blake gets it to Taylor Hall and out of harm's way. Hall tries to leave it for Blake. Shot! That's just off target and into the corner. And oh boy, are we going to get a penalty here? A trip on Jackson Blake? He seems pretty confused. Who'd he trip? Because Carolina, no question, had the puck when the whistle blew. They're calling that? I mean, he took out his foot. I don't think he meant to. I guess it's the same with sticks. All right. 9:34 to go in the first period. When we come back, it'll be a Vegas power play, their biggest power play of the season. What do you think is Leafs fans' worst case scenario? Do you mean this? Uh Marner game winning goal, Stanley Cup winner, Conn Smythe hoist the cup. Leafs should offer sheet Maverick Bork 4 times 4.65. Drew, you've seen a decent amount of Maverick Bork, right? Would you do that? He's unreal. So surely Dallas would match that. Might not be able to. They are in a bit of a pickle, eh? Steve, I'm visiting Durham. Any drive-through recos? I think I'm supposed to know the answer to this. Uh, you should check out Tim Hortons. Ref Gong Show for Gary's special team starting now, says the OG. Yeah, so the Leafs can't offer sheet Jason Robertson because they don't have their own first. That's correct. Yeah, you got to have your own first. Now, yeah, it's 2027 because I believe you can't offer sheet until July 1st, right? Yeah. You're showing Taylor Hall on the screen from when he was with the Windsor Spitfires. Oh, Yeah, Drew's gonna bring up the Canes Puckpedia later. Gee, I wish there was a team that was in my backyard that I could root for. Oh, wait, they moved to Carolina. Hashtag go Canes. Oh, dear. Are you a Whalers fan? Sorry. 9:34 to go in the first. Vegas gets their most important power play of the season. Stone, Hurdle, Eichel, Dorofeyev, Marner. Carolina wins that back hard around and they get out. Martinook pressuring. Hart has to play it, and he does play it. So key to win that first faceoff. There's 15 seconds gone right there. Marner with it through the neutral zone, drops it off. Dorofeyev leaves it for Eichel. Eichel's so good on those entries, but they go offside there. 9 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first, 1:37 to go in this power play. Yeah. So Rod Brindamore during commercial break was having a discussion because Jackson Blake collides or clanks skates with Carter Hart outside the blue paint. He said, I apologize at the end of that. I would love to know what he said. Marner, 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 shot. Stopped by Bussy. 9:03 to go in the first, 1:29 to go in this power play. What if Dallas trades Jason Robertson to the Sharks and picks Stenberg? Who says no? You're cooking with gas. I think Detroit is a really underrated agent of chaos in all this. Daniel Cormier. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. They're gonna redo that faceoff. Are they saying? Are they saying they're putting Hurdle in the box and playing it with his hand? Faceoff violation. So this is going to lead to 4-on-4 action. Yeah, he did punch it. Yeah, I mean, it's the right call. You don't see that penalty very often at all, but it does get called. If I'm not mistaken, it led to the Game 3 OT winner in 2017, Leafs Caps. Leafs had a 5-on-3 there. And I think, oh God, who was it? Eller. Lars Eller was the one who did it, if I'm not mistaken. 9:03 to go in the first, 1:29 of 4-on-4 before a very abbreviated Carolina power play. Oh, and it's a face-off in Vegas's end. Aho wins that. Goss to spare one-timer is stopped, and we'll get another face-off with 9 minutes to go in the first. Yeah, both teams have players who can really move. This is actually like, especially at this time in the game, this 4-on-4 is very interesting. Howden's out there, Theodore, McNabb, Eichel, and then it's Jarvis, Aho. Is that Walker? Oh, they changed their D pair. Walker, Aho wins that to Gostisbehere. Jarvis, pressed in the corner. Pretty much every person on the ice is in that puck battle. Carolina gets it back at the point. Gostisbehere. Aho! That passes off target. Up the ice. Eichel chase back. Minute to go in 4-on-4. McNabb with it, passes it back to Theodore, who advances the puck to Eichel. You don't want to let him get ahead of steam. Carolina's sure acting like it. Oh, Vegas catches them in a line change. Howden stopped by Bussy. Not a good change at all. Good read there from Vegas. Howden. Anderson picked off. Ehlers skating it up. Ehlers winds up, and that puck goes off, I think, Eichel's stick and way into the stands with 29 seconds to go in 4-on-4 action. Howden calling for a penalty. Yeah, that's a horrible change by the Hurricanes. They didn't read that at all. Great vision by Eichel, Howden, everyone involved. Sebastian Aho is the only player in NHL history to record at least 10 points in each of his first 8 career postseasons. Ever? That's insane. Face off in the Vegas end. Hall steals it off of Hannafin, gets it to the point, only just. Chatfield back to Hall, who didn't like that, so he skates it back. 15 seconds till Carolina gets a 31-second power play. And I think they're just going to rag the puck until they get that power play. Goss to spare. Who's coming out of the box? Oh, it's Jackson Blake. So here comes Carolina. There's Jackson Blake. Definitely just played it in the you can't play there circle. Didn't he? All right. Cleared by Vegas. Goss to spare. 2D out there for Carolina. It doesn't really make sense to go 4 forwards. Oh, a steal! Oh, what a stop! Carter Hart gave it away and then made an incredible save. Wow. Wow. Oh, if Carolina doesn't win this game, if they don't win this cup, that's going to be a crazy moment. Oh, Martinuk alone. Shot. Stopped. Aho plays it hard back to the point. Walker has to handle it on his backhand. Martinuk around for Aho. 6:30 to go in the first. Nikishin, rebound. That's in the corner now. Martinuk. Oh, play the puck. Svechnikov laying hits all over the place, but play the puck. It's right in your feet. Hurricanes back to Aho, who's been out there forever, and he's looking to just get off, so he dumps it. Ehlers, good keep. Jarvis digging in there. But it's Lozon who comes up with it in his own end. 6 minutes to go in the first. Chatfield accidentally gives it away to Eichel. Here comes Eichel. Here comes Eichel. Picked off by Slavin. Stahl gets it out. He's stolen from, though. Down the ice. Vegas holds the zone again. Puts it into the corner. Slavin. Great poise there. McNabb steps into Jarvis, but Jarvis is able to clear. Marner handles it in his own end. Passes it off. 5:25 to go in the first. Chipped into the Carolina end. Riley Smith with a good hit there on Sean Walker. Vegas, good pressure here. Huge battle just to get it over the blue line. Vegas wins it. Hurricanes get it back. And off the glass and out, no icing. Oh, ref took a tumble there. He was hit by Chatfield by accident. Around to Miller. Miller up the ice. That's picked off by Mark Stone and hit out of play with 4:44 to go in the first. Make a wish. Could you inform Adam that most of us Sharks fans don't want Mario Ferraro back after the way he's played, especially this year? Buyer beware. I'm surprised by that. Lixa, not sure if your trip to Vancouver is for work or pleasure. Pleasure! But if you have a free afternoon or evening, I'd love to treat you to a drink or 10 as a thank you for all the years of entertainment. I appreciate it. I don't know what the plan is yet. But it's my wife and I's first flight together since 2019 because we had a baby in 2020 and then also 2020 happened, and it's the kids' first time on a plane as well. Oops. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. We're at 3,100 people watching. Holy cow, we're at 3,100 people watching, but only 642 likes. Click like, get that number up there. It helps us. It's free. It takes a second. Come on. You have a 2020 baby too? I sure do. It was an experience. The line I always use is, my wife's a teacher. I talk about hockey for a living. We knew we were going to have a baby either late June or early July. It turned into late June. And we thought, oh, we're going to have a summer baby. This is great. And then for the first time in human history, the playoffs were in August. It was hard. uh, it's more hard mentally than actually difficult, if that makes any sense. Carolina pressuring the Vegas zone. Porzak around the boards. Can't get it out. Ooh, Svechnikov. Martinuk. Big battle in the corner there. Lozon, Korzak, Svechnikov, and Martinuk. Svechnikov, that's grown man strength right there. Hits it around. Vegas gets there first, and they get out. Eichel, hard around, trying to find Dorofeyev on the other side, and he does. But Slavin's right there. Aho knows he can't win that battle against Mark Stone, and he doesn't. Braden McNabb, hard around. Hall comes up with it, and he's going to lead the rush out. This game's only goal scorer so far. Hall, what a move! Drives the net, and we got a penalty. Is it Hall or Eichel? They're giving it to Eichel. 3:48 to go in the first. Hall was driving the net very hard. According to the broadcast, 35.7 kilometers an hour. Oh, he does get the stick right under the arm, yeah. Wonder if Marner will ask for a trade to Carolina, says Corrupted. It's not Marner. It's Larkin. Is Hart purposely playing bad? Is he throwing a series to make some extra money to oh heavens, oh god. I mean, he did just make like the save of the series, but also like the one goal he's allowed was yucky caca poo butt. Was not good. 3:48 to go in the first. Carolina has a power play, their first full power play of the game. They did have a 31-second abbreviated one. Aho wins that. Gostisbehere, Svechnikov, aggressive Vegas penalty kill here. Dangerous Vegas penalty kill. One-timer into the glove of Hart. 3:38 to go in the first. Aho shoved to the ice after the whistle. Sorry, I'm smiling because I was just thinking of an interaction I had on the ice just before coming here. We got our first loss of the season, but we came close to tying it. We had a power play and we pulled the goalie. And the guy's like, "Oh, you pulled the goalie on a power play?" I'm like, "We're losing." He's like, "Oh, okay, fair." I'm like, "What?" Aho. Gostisbehere. Aho. Ah! And Vegas steals it. It's Cole Smith. Sissons tries to get around Gostisbehere, picked off. Here comes Jarvis. Vegas gets new guys over the boards. Ehlers. Sorry, I dropped the S. Ehlers over to Gostisbehere. Tip. That's behind the net. Oh, baby, that was close. Cleared to the point. Held by Ehlers. He had to spin around and find it. Gostisbehere. Just over a minute to go on this Carolina power play. Ehlers. Back to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere. Svechnikov. Very aggressive penalty kill here. Aho. Jarvis has it skip over his stick, and Carolina's got to go get it. Vegas is going to get new guys over the boards. 43 seconds for Carolina to work here. Ehlers. The way this series has gone, you almost want to avoid the 2-0 lead. Jackson Blake. It's in the neutral zone again. Great forecheck there by Mark Stone. Hurricanes changing. Here comes Hall. He's swatted into the corner. Marner around, but Stankoven gets it. Stankoven to the point. Stankoven's hit hard. Hall gives it away. Vegas clears it, and that'll pretty much do it. 10 seconds ago in this power play. Hall battling Marner, and Marner doing a great job, and Vegas kills it off. And then Carolina gives it away. Marner hands it off. Marner gets it back. Marner with a move to the middle. Stolen, and Stankoven flips it out. Oh, better watch the interference. That was the extra shot there on Marner. Oh, and they're going to call it too. That was really stupid from Logan Stankoven. That was a terrible, terrible call to take. Eichel. Shot stopped by Bussy and held on to 1:22 to go in the first. Just not smart from Logan Stankoven at all. It is interesting that both trades the Leafs could have / would have led to Marner in the finals. Jordan Stahl for Conn Smythes is corrupted. Diane says Marner is great, but I don't think he would do well in the Carolina system. Vegas could keep him. That's interesting. That is interesting. 1:22 to go in the first. Carolina has spent too much time on the penalty kill. In this first period, you're going to make Rodney very angry. Are they calling a timeout? Oh, Eichel's getting a new stick. Steve, you got Cup final streams. Adam's doing the World Cup. Now you have to do Flow and Sportsnet handling the Marlies home games. You should try to convince Jesse for a Calder stream. I think he would punch me in the face. Uh-oh. Chatfield broke his stick almost immediately. Carolina in heaps of trouble. Eichel receives it in his feet. Eichel. Good stick handling. Eichel. Marner. Someone's got to get Chatfield a stick, but there's no other right-handers out there. Chatfield went to the top. Yeah, he's forward now. Chatfield would have been able to get rid of that, but he has no stick. Vegas. Oh, baby. Mark Stone into the slot. Dwarfev, it's into the corner. Marner. 50 seconds. Chatfield has a stick now. I don't know how he got it. Deflection. Bussy. Stop. Another stop. Oh, my goodness. A block. I think that was Slavin. How on earth? Marner. Eichel. And cleared by Martinook 30 seconds ago in the first. Chatfield grabbed one from the bench. Smart. Wow. He was the only right-handed player on the ice. Oh, hand it off. Hurdle. Passes. Marner from the point. That's off target. 10 seconds to go in the period. Hurdle. Oh, Eichel. One-timer. What a stop from Bussy. First period is over. And Carolina takes a 1-0 lead in the first intermission. That was a crazy end of this period. That was Pavel Dorofeyev just robbed by Brandon Bussy. Oh, Eichel just cleaves his stick in two. Oh my goodness, what a save from Bussy. He made 10 bellers. That save at the end, 10 bellers from Brandon Bussy to end the first period. It's 1-0 Carolina. Taylor Hall, the only goal scorer. Steve Dangle on the SCPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Rod the Bodney Dangerfield. Little trivia for you. We'll have trivia for you at second intermission. Both Jordan, 181 now, and Mark Stahl, 128. Have more career games played, I assume you mean in the playoffs, than Eric Stahl, 104. It's crazy. Are they the first trio of brothers to all have over 100 playoff games played? You know how difficult it is to get to 100 playoff games? Steve, do you think Carolina's in the finals if Rantanen stays? Great player, but Stankoven has been great. Mikko Rantanen is a force of nature. Yeah, let's. Yeah, Drew's like, they probably win the cup last year. We have Hart doing his best Carter Hutton impression, and now we have Bussy doing a Flurry impression to end the period. Holy, says Hawks 23. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. At second intermission, by the way, we're going to do trivia. Second chance trivia. And the prizes will be a Minnesota Wild home jersey, courtesy of Fanatics, and a Kirill Kaprizov figure, courtesy of McFarlane Toys. Drew, what's our clip? No, let's do Jordan Stahl. Yeah, let's do Jordan Stahl. Francois LaBelle says, is Bussy playing himself into the Conn Smythe? No. He hasn't. He just hasn't played enough. He's played himself into folklore. But no. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell your friends, don't go anywhere. Here's a clip from the Steve Dangle podcast, us talking about Jordan Stahl and his potential bid for a Conn Smythe trophy.
If this series ends and it's Carolina's, we already know if it's Vegas's, it's going to be Martin.
No one's ever called him Jordan Small.
Jordan Small. Jordan enormous.
Yes.
Jordan Stahl, as big as a Stahl.
Jordan Popeye arms.
Jordan Stud. What are his chances of winning the Conn Smythe? Because to me, yeah, it's nice that Logan Stankomen did it against Ottawa and Philadelphia.
No, that's not
But what
the
the
way it works.
But we're talking about the best team they've played by far, and everybody can admit that. And 5 games, 5 goals. Even if he doesn't score next game, he's still leading the cup final in goals.
I'm still sticking with.
Look at those names, Jesse.
This is insane.
So consecutive games with a goal, the first 5 games of a cup final. It's from Sportsnet. It's Jordan Stahl did it this year. Jean Beliveau did it in 1956 against the Red Wings. Maurice Richard did it in 1951 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Go Leafs. And then Cyclone Taylor.
Yeah!
Vancouver Millionaires great did it against the Toronto Aretinas in 1918.
So let me tell you about Cyclone Taylor, because I went down the rabbit hole last night. Born in 1884.
Oh my goodness.
Born, Canada was less than 20 years old, or Confederation was less than 20 years old. He, in his first 2 seasons, if you read his Hockey DB stats, does not have an assist because there were not assists.
Nobody thought to track that.
If I'm not mistaken, the entirety of his hockey career predates the forward pass. That is, the 2 of those photos are in black and white.
And he played in wool.
Yes,
That's a
he was
woolen-
the hottest man.
That's a woolen sweater. He probably had a nice crisp suit underneath it.
His temperature was all over the place.
Yep.
Bald, just bald as a newborn baby with a wool. What the hell is that sweater? Hockey was weird for a very long time.
Steve, side quest for you, for the man who famously did the adjusted era article that we never bring up, that we always bring up all the time. We have for the last 14 years. At what point should stats not matter? Like, what is the cutoff for something is so old that the guy who set the record now should be the record holder and not the guy who set it in 1918?
Okay.
Because might be a different sport.
Right. So I'm going to go with at least pre-Normandy. The pre-Normandy stats.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're a thing. Like, okay, I've told this. I'll say it again. I don't care. I was talking about the best goalies ever in goalie Mount Rushmore. Brodeur has the most shutouts ever. Terry Sawchuk is second. Third is George Hainsworth. Well, who's that?
Who's that?
Okay, well, he's this goalie.
I know George Hainsworth.
Most of his career was before the forward pass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so at very least, there is no forward pass. We can get rid of that.
Are any of his shutouts equivalent to a shutout today? No.
Some of them. Because some of his shutouts came after.
I still don't like. What is that?
So then we get to were there assists? Okay, so those stats are in the garbage. The Cyclone Taylor, go look how many games he played and how many goals he scored.
Cyclone Taylor's hockey reference.
He scored like a goal a game. Because that's how it was.
How many registered people were playing hockey at that time?
Oh, that's a good question.
48?
Yeah. Like how many, well, because there were, they call the original 6 teams the original 6, but they're not the original 6.
Original 6 actually refers to just guys.
Yeah.
Like there were just 6 guys.
Well, the original 6 are just the ones that made it through the Great Depression.
Right.
Right. There were a lot of teams in the NHL actually before that. I think it got up to 12 or 16 at one point. And then, the crash of 29 hits, and then the economy just doesn't get better. And basically, via attrition, you're left with 6 teams, and then World War II hits.
So now we're moving up. Crash of 29. Okay, everything before the crash of 29 you get rid of.
Yeah, probably, right?
I'm still going pre...
The Ford Pass, 1922?
I think it was 29.
Oh, it's 29? Really?
I'm not totally sure. I think it was 29.
Let me check. Let me check.
Yeah, the original 6 isn't when like hockey started. Or like the NHL started. There was teams before that.
September 18, 1929.
Oh, so here's Fred Cyclone Taylor's hockey.
He's
debut.
literally got a painted picture.
This photo is a drawing.
This photo's insane.
It looks like like look at that Byzantine art.
Oh yeah,
that's on the side of a cathedral somewhere.
It looks very Baroque.
Yeah, exactly. What are we doing here?
Born 1885. His first season in the PCHA with the Vancouver Millionaires, he had 32 goals in 18 games. This is the greatest hockey player to ever friggin' live. Ever. In the history of the sport.
Yeah.
I love when records get broken so we can talk about Fred Cyclone Taylor.
Yeah. Man, he must have been great for him to get a nickname like Point a Game.
Cyclone. 165 pounds, making him the heaviest player in the NHL by 45 pounds.
Yeah, they called him Lardo back then. What a fatty. What do you mean you have extra calories in order to put on your body? I'd love to know what his height was, because that's always fun.
They probably didn't
back then
invent inches yet.
No, well, they did, but I would love to know. I would love to know, because he's probably
just pre-metric system.
He's probably
like,
5'8". Probably 5'5" to 5'8". Most guys were
maybe
back
5'7". I wrote this thing about Gordie Howe a long time ago, and I bring this up from time to time as well. Gordie Howe, if I'm not mistaken, his first Hart Trophy was 1954. Mm-hmm. The NHL had, I think it was 10 men who were 200 pounds or more in the entire league. 4 of them are in the Hall of Fame.
Well, kind of size matters. So
if you were in the NHL and were 200 pounds,
5'8",
5'8", giant.
Yeah.
Where is Tara, Ontario?
Tara, Ontario.
That's where he's from.
I've
never heard of Tara.
That's a chin.
Oh, it's in Bruce County.
Bruce County.
Bruce County. We love Bruce County. Okay. Well, there you go. Did not know that's near Sauble Beach, I guess, or Sauble River, I guess. Yeah.
This dude's got the Billy Kimber part.
He signed for the Renfrew Creamery Kings at one point. Literally a friggin' ice cream shop with a hockey team.
Sponsored by Tom Brady's Good Nut.
Yeah. This is a crazy story. Look at the Wikipedia entry.
Yeah, I want to read through this.
Wow.
That's an interesting life, man.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
All right, I think we were talking about the hockey game.
Yeah, we were.
Nah.
But anyway, long story
Jordan
short,
Stahl Conn Smythe Trophy.
That was the question, and I think he deserves it. No disrespect to Logan Stankoven, but number one, here are my reasons. I've got 2. Number 1, Stanley Cup final matters more. Yeah, if a suspension is 2 games versus a regular season, then here's my argument. A goal in the first round is worth 2 regular season goals.
No.
And the second round, Stanley Cup, it's 4 regular season goals because it matters that fucking much.
Are you doing, instead of era adjusted, it's round adjusted?
I'm saying round adjusted goals should be a thing.
I think that's silly.
I think you're
I don't know.
silly,
I kind of love it.
I think
Jesse,
kind of love it.
You got to think of the stakes.
Mm-hmm.
The stakes are what matter. Can you show up when it matters? It was never in Toronto with the Mitch Marner thing, which we'll talk about in a sec. It was never about that he wasn't great. It was that he knew he was great and it wasn't happening late in the series when it mattered, right? Mm-hmm. Jordan Stahl, Mark Stone does this too. Hate him for it. Jordan Stahl is bringing it every single game in the most important series. How can you deny that? So that was my thought.
I think the race is tight enough that I still need to see what happens in Game 6 and or Game 7. Should
Totally.
Carolina win?
Mhm.
To
This is only the Carolina side, by the way.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not
yeah.
talking about Vegas.
Yeah. I was surprised. So Drew sent me Jordan Stahl as the betting favorite for Conn Smythe now.
Oh, well, he should be.
Betting favorite. Second is Marner.
Yeah, he
This
should
is
be.
whether they win or lose.
Oh, betting favorite overall.
Yes.
Oh, that's
and
surprising.
Stankoven is third.
I would take the Marner bet then.
Right, because there's still a chance Vegas wins, right?
Yeah.
So the odds, I think, for Marner wouldn't drop that far. That makes sense.
Yeah. If Vegas wins, I think it's pretty clearly Marner. Carolina's jump ball.
Producer Drew, since we're talking about him, tweeted out this and was very upset about Adam's take. Drew says, Jordan Stahl is having an unbelievable Stanley Cup final, but he had just 2 goals in 13 games played in rounds 1 through 3. To give him the Conn Smythe would be a mistake. It's not finals MVP. Goals, Stankoven, 11. Stahl has 8. Game-winning goals, Stankoven, 3. Stahl, 1. Even strength points, Stankoven, 13. Stahl, 7.
Okay, so let's say this.
I wonder how many game tying goals, though, because Stahl has a lot of those.
What if, let's say Jordan Stahl gets 2 more. Let's say there's 2 more games. Now he's at 10 and Stankoven's at 11. If they win and it's a differentiation of 1 goal and it's all in the finals,
I kind of think you got to give it to him.
I think that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
I think if that happens, let's say he scores every game of this series and then, he's right there in goals with Stankoven. I think then there's a really strong game.
let me throw something else at you. At you. How did Carolina start the playoffs? First face-off.
Undefeated.
No. How'd they start?
Oh, first face-off? Was it with Jordan Stahl?
Yeah, because
He's the captain.
Matthew or Brady Tkachuk tried to fight him.
Was that the first game of the playoffs?
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brady.
Oh, yeah, and he beat him.
And he
wanted to
fucking
kick off
tuned him.
the playoffs.
He's 38 and he tuned up 28-year-old Brady or whatever he is.
Yo, the playoffs are so long.
They are forever. Jesse was streaming that game.
was
I remember
4
Jesse.
years ago.
It was
Wow.
eons ago. This guy, it's like, listen, respectfully, Drew, or disrespectfully, Drew, whichever it should be. It's more than just your goals. It is a little bit of the leadership stuff.
It
too.
is. That's definitely valid.
Okay. And I feel like, he shouldn't just get it because he had 1 fight in the first round and then a bunch of goals later. But this guy has also played pretty significant roles elsewhere on the ice. It's like, if we're talking about what an MVP maketh, okay, it's Logan Stankoven's job to score. Is it Jordan Stahl's? And Jordan Stahl has been doing all the other shit that Jordan Stahl should do with an A+ beside his name every single series.
I will say what Carolina's tried doesn't work if Jordan Stahl doesn't rise to the moment.
Sure.
So Stankoven, Blake Hall, you can't break that lineup. It's been incredible for you. Brindamore needs to make that swap or they're dead. Like they're getting heavily outplayed. So Svechnikov, Aho, Martinuk, that works.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up working. Great. But Stahl, Jarvis, Ehlers has unlocked all of them. Like all of a sudden, your top 9 is bananas. Completely. It's not just working, it's bananas. I don't know what the solution is there if you're Vegas. I don't. And then all the fourth line has to do is basically not be a liability, which they've done a pretty good job of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if Jordan Stahl doesn't rise to that moment offensively, Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Let me just catch up a little bit here. Have a coffee, Justin, says Henderson. I don't even want to know what that's about. Cyclone Taylor, born in 1884, 4 years before Jack the Ripper started his spree in 1888. Oh my heavens. Would you say this is a Would you say this is a legacy game for Mitch Marner? He's been great, yes, but this is an elimination game in the Stanley Cup final. Got to think there's some personal pressure on him. I mean, it's the biggest game of his career. He's still 2 wins shy of the Stanley Cup. He's right there. Vegas wins tonight, they're a win away. You know, so it's the biggest game he's played until what is hopefully for him the biggest game he's ever played. I know the Calder Cup means nothing. That's a good callback. But who on the Marlies could you see making the Leafs next year? Well, Bo Grew for sure. I don't know if Danford plays. He looks really good. You know, it's one thing being pretty good in junior. It's another thing to be in the AHL. He's never going to light it up in terms of points. He's just a really solid guy. I know they're a vet heavy team, like Will Villeneuve. Villeneuve's not even a vet. Like Vinny Lettieri is like your classic tweener. Great scorer in the AHL. Does he get games? Logan Shaw is not even on an NHL contract. He sure looks like a guy who can still play. He's 32 though. Ryan Twerberg. I'm not going to say Cowan because Cowan's obvious. They have guys. They 100% have guys in this roster, like at least half a dozen, who are going to play games. Will they make the team out of camp? That's a much smaller list. Like Cowan, yeah. Grew, pretty sure. Hildeby, I think, is going to make the team out of camp. After that, it's difficult. Noah Chadwick is not getting nearly the love he probably deserves. I like him. Second intermission, we got trivia. Heads up for that. Just wanted to say you made my day at the book signing today. You seem so genuinely happy to meet fans. I am. I am the Marlowe jersey guy. Enjoy your hat. Yeah. So Marlowe jersey guy showed up in a Marlowe jersey. He was also wearing a hat that said unreliable narrator. And I was just like, that's a sick hat. He's like, oh, they sell it right here in the store. I go, oh, I had no idea. He walks away. Like 15 minutes later, he comes back. He got me a hat. He gave me a hat. So I love that. Thank you, dude. It was excellent meeting you. Cup check for Carolina. All aboard, says Vanish. Well, second period about to begin. Is Torts getting out the blender here? Or are these guys just in warm-up? Oh, it's a power play. My bad. I was like, why is Marner out there with Eichel? Power play. Logan Stankoven still in the box for a very careless penalty he took near the end of the second. Puck is dropped. Sorry, that sort of snuck up on me there, Drew. 33 seconds on this power play left for Vegas. Let's see how they do. Swatted away by Slavin. They got a re-rack. Here comes Hurdle. Hurdle gains the zone. Stone, Marner, Eichel. It's got Martinook on him. Marner, Dorofeev. A shot is blocked. Dorofeev gets it back. Marner from distance, stopped by Bussy, and clear down the ice. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Oop. My feed just cut out there for a second. Vegas had 6 shots on that power play. Holy cow. Yeah, if you just tuned in, you're like, really? It's a miracle they didn't score. Barbashev. Around. Stankoven's out there. Doesn't get there first, though. Howden with it in the corner, fighting off Aho. Aho steals it off him. Vegas holds the zone for a moment. Now here comes Jarvis. He's got Stankoven with him. Can't get him the puck. That's a great play by Shea Theodore, who's been so good in the series. Braden Bowman cuts to the middle. A shot. That's off target. Bowman probably would be familiar with Bussy from the AHL. Is that a high stick? I think that's a high stick there against Vegas. Owen, 9437, sent 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you once again there, Owen. You beauty. If someone gives you memberships, be sure to thank them, eh? Ray Adlington, the Sutters were the first to have the first 3 brothers to have 100 career playoff games or more. Dwayne had 161, Brent 144, and Ron had 104. That's crazy. It's crazy it's happened twice. Carolina's fourth line out there. So is Vegas's. They've been doing a lot of fourth versus fourth in the series. Bussy out of the net to play it, leaves it for Goss to spare. Up the ice, glove down by Korzak. Should be noted, second period is Vegas's best period. I've only said this 1,400 times, but you are absolutely correct. That's icing against Vegas. 18:04 to go in the second. So this is the Hall, Blake, Stankoven line out there with an ozone draw against the Hurdle line. Face off one back cleanly by Hurdle. Lozon flips it out. It finally lands. That stayed in the air for a while. Bussy is going to cover that up. That's a really good outcome for Vegas. Dowd trying to stir stuff up with Sean Walker. Birdie putts, or sorry, bat flips and birdie putts. Since you guys are more plugged in than we are, heard anything more on the Leafs coaching search? No, I have not. I know a lot of people didn't like the Matthews isn't sure stuff. CJ, best in the biz. You have to listen to the CJ show, especially this month. There's going to be a lot going on. I know they're going to record soon. Swatted down the ice. It's going to be another icing against Carolina. 17:48 to go in the second. How is the Elmo voice tonight? It's a good question. I was actually feeling pretty good. I was feeling pretty good tonight. Yeah. I can't do it for long, though. One day I'm just going to lose it altogether. It's getting deeper and deeper. Eichel, ozone draw against Jordan Stahl. Eichel can't quite get it to Dorofeev. Jarvis goes 1-on-4. Flips it in for himself. He chases Noah Hannafin and hits him pretty hard. Dorofeev. Stahl. Gets it to Ehlers. To Stahl! Oh, he deflects it. He said it went out of play. You see that point? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Eichel. Stone. Picked off by Ehlers and down the ice. This is going to be a breakaway for Jordan Stahl. Stahl is stopped by the blocker of Carter Hart. Martinuk. Stahl's been so automatic. Svechnikov. Loses that. A shot from distance is off target. Svechnikov through the slot. That's off target. And now here comes Vegas, but Dorofeev boots it to Chatfield by accident. Line change for Vegas there. Carolina does not read that well at all. But Vegas dumps it. Slavin. Svechnikov up the ice. Robinson. Good job there on McNabb, but McNabb gets it out anyway. Svechnikov. Some shenanigans going on at the Hurricanes bench. Vegas has the puck. Theodore. Dart up the ice, and it's deep. Gostisbehere tries to fling it up the other way. No icing. Hart plays it to... I don't think that was McNabb. And we're going to get a face-off. There was a whistle. Is that offside? That was confusing. Carolina might ruin Rod Brindamore meme forever. That's what this is about. It's not about getting your name engraved. It's about meme potential. The Cup Check victory puppy was heart melting. Will it be back in LFR next season? That's the plan. It's going to be back in LFR tonight, and Boo Boo was adopted less than 24 hours after that video was posted. 24 or 48? I think it was 24. 24 was the next. Yeah, there you go. Oh! Vegas gave it away and then quickly took it back. Oh, a 2-on-1. A bad read there. Hurdle. What a move. What a stop. Stankoven gives it away. Korzak on. Stop by Bussy. Stankoven. Oh, Carolina's really played with fire in this game. Korzak to Sissons. Vegas wants to change here. Nikishin swats it around. Hall airmails it. I think that's going to be icing against Carolina. 15:24 to go in the second. Owen sent another 10 SDPN memberships. Thanks, you beaut. Elmo, your reaction to being called a traitor for saying you hope both teams have fun while being from New York City, and Cookie Monster calling you out. Real, by the way. Yeah, I saw a guy walking around with Elmo's head on a pike with a sign that said traitor. Marner is out there with Eichel and Stone. This is a new development here. Vegas wins it back. McNabb holds the point, and that goes out of play. Oh, there's a few Hurricanes jerseys in the crowd. There was a Brindamore. Steve, hockey is the only sport where you can get outplayed for 20 minutes and somehow be winning. Please explain. I cannot. Whoa! Bad flips and birdie putts sent 50 SDPN memberships. Holy Toledo, you guys are on one tonight. Thank you kindly. Carolina wins that back in their own end. 15-15 to go in the second. Make a wish. Jarvis finds Miller, finds Stahl. Miller in deep for Carolina. Oh, bouncing around. Hart covers it up. And we'll get a face-off with 15:06 to go in the second. Oof, I got lost in Eichel's feet. Eichel is playing a lot in this game. I don't know what his ice time's at, but I'd hazard a guess high. Vegas out shooting Carolina 14-10. Taylor Hall, the only goal scorer in this game, and it was on the second shot of the night. Dowd versus Jankowski here, fourth line versus fourth line. Jankowski wins that back clean. Walker through traffic hits just the mass of humanity. Jankowski tries to center it to Carrier. It doesn't work. Walker holds the line. It's behind the net for Eric Robinson, who's pinned. Lozon gets out and down the ice. Is this going to be icing? It is 14:45 to go in the second. How about that Marlies win today? As soon as we got back to the locker room for my beer league game, vibes were catastrophic. We just lost our first game of the season. We were really bummed. And Rory busts out the phone. And like before any of us had any of our stuff off, he goes, Marlies just won it in overtime. And we felt really good about that. Aho versus Dowd here in the Vegas end. That's won by Dowd clean. Rasmus Anderson sends that high. Puck takes a weird bounce. Dowd gets to it. Battling Chatfield. Does well there. Aho. Whoop. Almost gave it away. Kind of sort of did. One-timer from the point is off target. Svechnikov can't clear it. He's fallen down a lot in this game. Historically, these are the games Mitch Marner disappears, says Mickelson. You guys are playing with fire. Now all of you go watch a good nut. Says Bad Flips and Birdie Putts. Oh yeah, now that you're SDP VIPs, you can go watch Good Nut. 14 minutes to go in the second. Vegas gets it deep. Bussy out of the net for Keandre Miller. Along the wall, part of the wall that I can't see. Swatted up. It's a 2-on-1 for Carolina. Stankoven, a shot. Well off target. Marner, spinning backhand pass. Barbashev goes around. That shot is off target. Marner, Lozon, shot through traffic. Oh, where did that come from? Walker is the only one who seemed to know where it was. He gets it out and down the ice. Carolina wants some sort of call. Stankoven and Lozon going at it. There's been a lot more jousting in this game. Welcome to the Nick Waugh Army. Oh, yeah, I signed your book with that. Thought you'd like that. Robert Bett, question for you. Has there ever been a season where two NHL teams and their AHL affiliates both played for the Stanley and Calder Cups? Yes. And I feel like we talked about this last show, and I forget when. Hippie Nerd 25 says, go Marlies. I agree. So what do we got here? Face off in the Carolina end. Carolina wins that draw. Can they get out, though? They do. Hall has Jackson Blake with him. Throws it in deep. It's got to go through McNabb and Theodore. Good luck with that. Dorofeev back to McNabb. Dorofeev been so good in these playoffs. Jackson Blake collects as Keandre Miller tied up Dorofeev. Blake sends it through the air. Carolina not able to get anything done there. Eichel to Stone. Dorofeev. Walker doing a good job there. Walker up the boards. Can Carolina get out? Oh! High stick. Is that a call? Are they going to say follow through? That's what Chris Cuthbert was wondering. Ehlers got a high stick in the face. But was it a follow through? Power Pat. Notice how Marner does a lot of floaty backhand passes, but they're to players who are positioned to receive them. So they're not called that. I have noticed that. He's doing the same stuff, but there's people there. That's not a follow through at all. That's clearly a high stick. Yeah, Drew. I mean, so, okay, we're going to commercial break. They reviewed the Mark Stone high stick last game. They're like, yeah, that's 4 minutes. This is very obviously 2. So when we come back from commercial break, is it going to be Carolina power play or he high sticked him in the face? It wasn't a follow through. What am I missing? All right. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Hawks 23. Vegas might be wanting to turn this into medieval times because there seems to be, as you pointed out, a lot of jousting. All you need now is a giant thing of mutton to complete the event. Man, I haven't been to medieval times in so many years. I should go. I should go. Rules are a suggestion in the Stanley Cup final. But like if you watch the first period, that's not what happened. Not producer Drew says, chat, serious question. Do any of your significant others bring your liquor and mixers after, or bring you liquors and mixers after watching 5 minutes of a game on TV? My girlfriend just did that. Nurse for Kotkaniemi. You know, we were looking at targets. I feel like Carolina's a sneaky one for Nurse. That's purely a hunch. No one's told me anything. Face off in the Carolina end. They're going to redo that. You're forgiven, Steve. I'm just too lazy to look it up on Google. Me too. What is your catchphrase if you had to choose one? If you're a goaltender, 10 the goal. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. I think if you're a goaltender, 10 the goal. Carolina. Face off in their own end. They got to scamper back to get that. Was just at the Marlies game. Akhtimov is insane. Good. Love that. Carolina. Ooh, a bit of a fortunate clear. And Vegas says, get that garbage out of here. Here comes Eichel. Poked away. Theodore. Hard around, but Vegas has to re-rack. Chatfield loses it in his feet for a sec. Off the boards, off target. Lozon gets it deep again. But Vegas, once again, has to re-rack. Drew says, as someone who's edited your videos for 7 years, I think your catchphrase is oof maroon. You're expecting logic and consistency from NHL refs. Thank you, Alex Mercer. Vegas deep in Carolina's end, and icing. 11:48 to go in the second. Hey, Steve, do you think the Nurse trade request has anything to do with the potential Babcock hire? No, I don't. It's a little bit of you can't fire me, I quit, you know? Both parties decided it's time to move on. Catchphrase should forever be Brad! And for a while, I thought your catchphrase was Brad. I'm not yelling it twice. Got to save it. Face off in the Vegas end. I think it's Sissons versus Aho. Camera is on the Hurricanes bench, so I don't know. There you go. Aho wins that back. Gostisbehere. Nice move around Riley. Riley Smith. Force a habit. Colton Sissons. Hard off the glass and out. Svechnikov gets the puck back in his own end. Pass doesn't find a friendly stick, and Korzak goes back to get it. Hurdle. Doesn't get it deep. Hall. He gets Stankoven with him. Hall. Oh, nasty pass. Doesn't find the stick. So was it really nasty? Here comes Vegas. Hurdle. Dowd causing commotion. Man, what a pickup Dowd's been. Jackson Blake gets it down the ice. This might be icing, though. With 10:50 to go in the second, that's icing. What's the record for most icings in a cup final? Hey, Drew, doesn't it feel like there's a lot? Like in every game? Yeah, right? Jean-Sebastien Waugh. Am I crazy for thinking Nurse actually makes sense for San Jose? They basically don't have a decor. No, you're not crazy for thinking that. Alex Mercer. Steve, this is the first playoffs where no refs or linesmen have been injured. Thoughts? Yeah, why would you say that out loud? Guys know his catchphrase is very clearly they lost to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for them, which is it's right there. It's right there. That's what that says. Face off in Carolina's end. Stankoven versus Dowd. Carolina wins it back. Miller up the ice. What a pass. Up to Sean Walker. Hall. Shot. That doesn't get through. Blocked by, I think, Rasmus Anderson. Catchphrase. Hey, I just got here. Vegas gets it deep. Dowd. Battling Keandre Miller. Miller to Hall. Hall up the boards to Jordan Staal. Carolina tries to get it deep, but it's swatted by McNabb. Ends up on the stick of Jarvis. This could be interesting. Jarvis, he has to fight for it with Dowd. Jordan Staal is in there. Tries to dig it out. Theodore. Jarvis still fighting away. Jordan Staal gets it to the point. Staal. Jarvis battling. He is heavily physically outmatched by Theodore. Slavin. Carolina, a little bit of pressure here. Healers. Everyone on the ice looks exhausted, offense and defense. Slavin to Chatfield. On, deflected, off target. Healers gets it back to Slavin. Oh, Dowd doesn't have a stick. I was like, why is this? Chatfield, a shot, a stop, and out of play. 9:23 to go in the second. Corrupted. Throwing in some Toronto facts you probably know. Brooks Lyke assisted on Michael Nylander's last goal and assisted on William Nylander's first goal. I actually didn't know that. We're going to commercial break. I used to know that. You know what I mean? I don't know that, but I did know that at some point. I forgot it. Power Pat might be crazy, but Nemec should be the main target for San Jose. You can pay him to get to the cap floor. I don't think the cap floor will be a problem for them for much longer with Celebrini and the other guys. And he gets big minutes under decor. Yeah, but like throwing big minutes at him doesn't mean he's going to be any good in them, right? San Jose is still very much a work in progress. Oh, Simspiration. Yeah, I gotta get back to you. Actually, there's a couple people I gotta get back to. Hopefully your new old catchphrase will be victory puppies. Oh yeah, that's coming back. Debt C. It's obviously why not, right? It's up there. Most underrated players of the Stanley Cup Final Series. Can I say Shea Theodore? I think. Oh, Jalen Chatfield. I definitely two defensemen. Like we're just the goalies have been getting love. The forwards have obviously been getting love. Like Theodore's unreal out there. Chatfield's unreal out there. What are the odds Morgan gets traded this offseason? Also, 0% chance we trade Nyes. I think it's a bit bigger than 0. And plays like a horse. You keep that player. I agree with you that they should keep him. I don't know where all this came from. Corrupted 101. Hall, most points on the road in a Carolina postseason. That's so insane. Taylor Hall. Drew said something mean about the Hurricanes. Potentially valid, but mean. 9:20 to go in the second. Carolina gets it back to Vegas's point. Ooh, nearly a giveaway. Marner up the ice. Carolina gets it back, but now they're in the neutral zone. Yeah, Marner. Carolina is minding their P's and Q's, not allowing Vegas to get behind them. Offside on Svechnikov, who was in the middle of getting shoved to the ice. 8:54 to go in the second. Freak says, if you're a goaltender, 10 the goal! Big fan. We almost had one of those tonight. 8:54 to go in the second. Shots 14-11 for Vegas. Center ice faceoff, won back by Carolina. Rasmus Anderson. Be really funny if Canes win in Vegas's home barn, says Meme Empress. All 3 Stanley Cup finals that Vegas has been in, both Cup finals Vegas has been in so far, the Cup was awarded here. Washington won it, then Vegas won it. We'll see what happens in this series. It's not over, man. Icing against Vegas. It is 1-0 Carolina with 28 minutes 28 minutes and 21 seconds to go in regulation. Like, long way to go. RJM, last Calder Cup / Stanley Cup double was 90-95 Devils, New Jersey Devils, and Albany River Rats. I'm happy my paid question gifted you more money. Thank you. Did I answer it? Might be crazy, but damn it. Yeah. Here as in the blue room. This is Francois Lebel. Vegas chips it in. Riley Smith after it. Oh, boy. Oh, Sean Walker goes into the board so hard. And that's going to be icing against Carolina. 7:57 to go in the second. Would you rather have the Leafs make an alternate Squonk jersey or have Marner drink good nut out of the Stanley Cup in Toronto? I'm going to go with the Squonks jersey, but not by a lot. Face off in the Carolina and Vegas comes up with it. Dorofeev is blocked. And now it's in the corner. Jankowski. The Carrier who gets it deep. Haven't seen a ton of the fourth line of Carolina. McNabb to Dorofeev. Up the ice. Eichel back to Stone to Eichel. Good stick checking from Carolina, but Vegas fights for it. Another good stick check there from Aho. Vegas fights for it. Dorofeev tries to pick the corner, not quite. Carolina gets out. Vegas looking very dangerous here. Carolina offside, 7:17 to go in the second. Struggling to catch up here. Skylar Greenberg wanted to throw a log in the Darnell Nurse to Pittsburgh fire. Darnell Nurse played for the Sioux Greyhounds 2011 to 2014 under GM Kyle Dubas. Nurse was even captain of the Sioux Greyhounds in the 2013-14 season. Your catchphrases could easily be that scream you do when the Leafs do something stupid or suck. Also, it's just a scream. Also, maybe just come honk the sad clown's nose. I do like that one. You said the cup was awarded here. Oh, I meant here is I pointed at the screen that you can't see. Puck goes out of play. 7:06 to go in the second. The Pens can have Nurse. Keep him out of Philly, says Cantankerous Games. Spicy Bricey, if Joseph Woll ever gives up, if you're a goaltender, 10 the goal type of goal, will you change it to if you're a wool tender, 10 the wool? Drew, write that down. That is fire. I also hope he never does it. Cheryl Posey, how can you not root for the goalie with butterflies on his mask? Come on, Bussy. Holy cow. Oh my God, I just can't keep up. All right. Stankoven, Walker, up the ice. Swatted down by Hannafin. Jackson Blake, ooh, Stankoven drops it to a ghost. But Carolina fights to get it back. Vegas fights to get it back. Carolina fights to get it back. Stankoven, Blake, it's in front. Stankoven on his own rebound, in front. Blake, he scores! Jackson Blake, son of Jason. With 6:29 to go in the second, Carolina takes a 2-0 lead. Does this mean Lord Stanley's Cup is Raleigh bound, or does this series stay with the theme that has been the theme of this series, and that is a multi-goal lead is the kiss of death? Oh, that went off of, who did that go off of? Stankoven, Blake, Bink, goes off the stick of Mitch Marner and past Carter Hart. My favorite Seinfeld episode is when Kramer is reffing a game. Seinfeld says, "You can't ref a hockey game. You don't even know what goaltender interference is." Kramer says, "Do you?" I feel like that's not true, but I believe it. Probably jinxing it, but if they do shut them out, oh, why would you do that? Should the video recap be called Park the Bussy? Francois Lebel sent 5 SDPN memberships. Thanks, you beauty. Just watch the clip on Cassidy and noise from the media, and I'm with you. I say the media, not the fans, are the issue, as they're the ones controlling the narrative. They need to learn why the word defenestration exists. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what that means. His catchphrase is him yelling at his friends when they cough, which I'm stealing, by the way. Dude, it's my favorite thing to do. My wife hates it. But I don't know. I think she likes it. She might hate it. I don't know. Ehlers with it in the neutral zone. 6 minutes to go in the second. You don't always have to yell. Sometimes it's and you just go, enough. Svechnikov in front. Oh, where is it? Under Hart, and we get a whistle. Oh, baby. 5:48 to go in the second. Do you think this would be a different series if Pietrangelo was in and healthy? Yes. Pietrangelo, yeah, man. Yes. That dude, if he was healthy, he would have been at the Olympics. Yes. Yeah, huge. Now, what would that do to the cap situation? And like the Rasmus Anderson trade probably never happens. And there's a lot that probably never happens. That line had 18 points in closeout games this postseason, and now both goals. They've been incredible. Oh, now, Blake. When Taylor Hall left Edmonton, he said, "I thought I was part of the solution," and now he is. It took a while, but he's there. Fenestration equals throwing someone out a window. Does it? Because window in French, I know this, is fenêtre. Smart guy. Duke Fan Zone. I might have screwed it up. Duke Fan Zone says go Canes. Mike Farino, 854 save percentage for Hart, 22 goals against, roughly on pace for another 4 goals against tonight. Ooh. No stat matters. No stat matters. That's how you have to look at this if you're both teams. It's just you win or you lose. That's all that matters tonight. Giggling Cat said, "Why get so excited about that goal? We all know, we all knew it would be 2-0 at some point." Game 5 is the only game out of 6 where there wasn't a 2-0 lead. It's insane. You think the Oilers could have used Hall the past 2 years? Yeah. My uncle's a soccer fan and can't fathom cheering for other teams. I don't know how to explain we're not happy just picking the lesser of two evils. Ghost Rider, the Hurricanes look like themselves since the third period of game 4. That's valid. Francois Labelle, whatever happens, the cup is heading to Raleigh. Oh. What happened to Petrangelo? Because I forgot. Hip issue, I believe. Defenestration is the act of throwing someone out of a window. Prague had 3 incidents throughout history. Well, I don't like that. Shots 14-14. Goals 2-0 Carolina. Bussy out of his net to play it. Get back in your net there, Brandon. Vegas centered it to no avail, and now here comes that friggin' line. Stankoven tries to find Blake. Doesn't work. And Vegas comes out. Hurdle. He stays with it. He's going 1-on-4. Hurdle. Gets it back to the point, but out. Theodore gets it. Giggling Cat says, both my mom and best friend are multi-sneezers. I've been telling them, stop it. And others who bless them, stop encouraging them. Remind me to tell you about sneezing in a minute. Carolina up the ice, chipped in. So no icing. Hart out of the net to play at 4:55 to go in the second. Still a ton of time left in this game. Stahl, Ehlers, a shot, a stop, a rebound. Ehlers, wow, that popped right in front of the net. Vegas, Eichel protects the puck. Stahl gets it deep. Battling Lozon and Anderson. Hold deep here. Puck squirts loose. Eichel with it in the neutral zone. Swatted away by Carolina as they get out. Is that icing? Nope. It hit skate. 4:10 to go in the second. What Palpatine did to Mace Windu is defenestration. Thank you for that. We love context, Queen. Here comes Vegas. Howden behind the net. Marner battling Carrier. From his stomach, gets it to the neutral zone, and it's deep now. Korzak. John Tortorella with a good line change there. Brindamore's been doing a really good job of protecting that fourth line, but he left him exposed there. McNabb. Almost called him Lozon. Howden has the puck skip on him. A shot gloved by Bussy, who keeps it in play. Out into the neutral zone. Rasmus Anderson. Jankowski gets it deep. Anderson again. Dumped. Dowd. But we got a stick, and there's going to be a penalty here, and it's going against Vegas. Interference against Rasmus Anderson with 2:56 to go in the second. Sorry, I got to catch up. Jackson Blake might win the Conn Smythe, which I didn't expect going into today. Also, is Taylor Hall more of a Coyotes legend or a Sabres legend? Definitely Coyotes. ATP, all I need here are 2 stall goals allowed by Hart. If this goes 7, Mark and Eric sound the horn. Hey, Steve, went to Google to see if Hall ever won a cup. It says he won his first cup. June 14th, 2026, foreshadowing. Oh, I don't like that. Butcher said, is Bussy allowed to win Conn Smythe with 2 games? No. Drew saying, I never thought I'd see that called in game 6 of a cup final. Fully agree with you, dude. I mean, it's a penalty, but when has it ever been a penalty? Henderson Galbraith. Bussy can win the non-Smythe with 2, though. That's funny. That's clever. Vegas gets it down the ice. So, under 3 minutes to go in the second. Significantly, actually. 2:40 to go in the second. Carolina on the power play here with a chance to go up 3-0. But it is the Vegas Golden Knights, after all, very capable of scoring shorthanded here. Jarvis. Goss-Despair. Goss-Despair. Aho. Hard around. Ehlers. Oh, good stutter step from Ehlers. He does so much fake. One-timer. What a stop! Wow! One-timer right into the glove. That was Aho, who got absolutely robbed by Hart. Wow. Svechnikov. What a play. Was this going in? I think it was going wide, but it looked cool. 3 separate defenestrations of Prague started wars, says Rusty Mitchell. Stop talking about that. Cleared by Vegas. Should Marner give his wake the F up speech during intermission? Might fire up the boys in the third. You guys, you're tempting fate. Big old T-storm here in Texas, says Freak. Almost a giveaway. Marner has the puck now. Howden. He's got Marner with him. Marner can't find Howden. Howden. Battle along the boards. Oh, Nikishin lays into him. 45 seconds to go in this Carolina power play. Hall. Stankoven. Blake. Oh, can't find Ehlers. It's a good stick there from the ever underrated Theodore. This is a 3-on-2. Oh, what a clear by Stankoven. 25 seconds. Nikishin hands it off. Jackson Blake on target weekly. Hart. Oh, wow. Swatted down by Stankoven, but it's a high stick. 18 seconds to go in the power play. 1:13 to go in the second. The reason you don't do Steve's Dangets on the channel. Is the reason you don't do Steve's Dangets on the channel due to previous employer not allowing you and or having you guys. We need the footage. We need the footage. It's kind of a cornerstone, and we don't have it. Don't worry. End of the season's coming eventually. Today or in a few days. And we're going to have a long meeting where everyone gets pizza or something. We're going to talk about ideas. Jari Pessonen. Hot take. The referees have been okay throughout the playoffs. Kind of. Been criticizing Hart after every goal, so absolutely need to be fair and give him credit for an insane save. This is Mike Farino. That was an insane save. Not his first one of the game either. Penalty has expired. Now it's jammed along the boards. Pretty much everyone on the ice involved in this battle. It's loose now. Stahl chasing after Dowd. Oof. Vegas comes up with it. 35 seconds to go in the second. Smith gets it deep for Vegas. Sean Walker up the boards. Carrier plays it to Theodore. Yeah, what happened there with Dowd? Carolina gets it down into Vegas' end. No icing. 10 seconds to go in the second. Vegas going to try for one more rush here. Theodore. Dart up the ice to Eichel. Eichel turned around. Has to re-rack. That'll do it for the second period. Carolina is either 20 minutes away from the 2026 Stanley Cup, or we're in for one hell of a comeback. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Ben Tom Jack. Stop talking about defenestration. Should we go back to the cube rule of food? Pop-Tarts are calzones? No! Okay, fine. Let's talk about the window thing. Speaking of SDP questions, whatever happened to yelling pursuant during the gambling ad reads? I don't know. I feel like you either asked that last stream or someone else did, and I don't know. That's the thing. Like, we talk a lot, and you don't have to do everything forever. I also thought of Putin when you guys brought that word up. This is part of the reason I don't like it. Robert Bet, if we ever get rid of that of Bettman, I hope George Peros does not take the commissioner's job. Your vocal cords and my ears won't take it. No chance. Defenestration or Pokemon? Pokemon. Defenestration or Adam's nip slip? Defenestration. This is a good game. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Trivia! Oh my God! We have big prizes here. Second chance trivia tonight. It'll put you in a trance. Second chance trivia tonight. Let's see who's been paying attention. Top prize is a Minnesota Wild home jersey and a Kirill Kaprizov figure from Fanatics and McFarlane Toys. Second and third place get an SDPN and Spark mini stick from our friends at Spark, SPARC. And everyone else gets 15% off at the SDPN shop, which you should check out. Go to SDPN, the SDPN shop right now. I'm wearing their sweatpants right now. They're comfy. And these are good summer sweats. Right? I wouldn't wear them outside right now, but they're light enough. You can wear them comfortably in your air-conditioned home. You can also QR code the thing on the screen. Vegas don't have a shot in the last 16 minutes of the second. Really? New boot goofing? I don't even know what that means. I taught chat a new word. I am happy and so proud of you guys, says Talon's here. The next commish could be good summer content. Defenestration or Vaporeon copy pasta? Defenestration. I'm ready to rock, Drew. Are you ready to roll? He said for sure. Let me mute the broadcast, Steve. You silly goose. You let me know when we're starting. This is second chance trivia here. This flashy center is appearing in his first Stanley Cup final for Carolina. A, Sebastian Aho. B, Sebastian Aha. C, Sebastian Aho. D, Sebastian Ao. 84% of you got this right the first time. And 86% of you got it right the second time. C is the correct answer. Sebastian Aho. Sebastian spelled with 2 A's and 1 E. 75% of you got it. By far your worst score. Feel shame. What kind of a creature is Chance, the Vegas Golden Knights mascot? A, a Gila monster. B, a Western Diamondback. C, a common Chuckwalla. Or D, a thorny devil. Chance is a Gila monster, a large venomous lizard that spends 90% of its lifetime underground. 41% of you got this correct the first time. 60% of you got it. Note from Justin says it's Chuckwalla, not Cuckwalla, Steve. Oh, yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Well, Patrick Waugh is the NHL's all-time leader in postseason games played amongst goalies with 247. Who is second? Mike Vernon, Martin Brodeur, Ed Belfour, Curtis Joseph. Martin Brodeur is second in NHL postseason games played with 205. 81% of you got this right the first time. 78% of you got it. And 22% of you are enormous disappointments. I'm joking. Before earning its current name, the Stanley Cup was known as A, Lord Stanley's Trophy, B, the Dominion Challenge Cup, C, the Governor's Award, D, the Sheffield Punch Bowl. Although Lord Stanley, then Governor of Canada, purchased the Silver Punch Bowl in Sheffield, England, that would later become the Stanley Cup, it was originally named the Dominion Challenge Cup. 26% of you got this right the first time. 45% of you got it right this time. That's incredible. What jersey number does Mitch Marner wear for the Vegas Golden Knights? A, 16, B, 8, C, 93, D, 91. 85% of you got this right the first time. Mitch Marner was 93 for Vegas. He previously wore 16 during dark times in Toronto. Those are Justin's words, not mine. Did you beat 85%? 85% again. That's kind of neat. Which of these typos can be found engraved on the Stanley Cup today? The Toronto Maple Leafs, the Pekuskun Bruins, the New York Islanders, or D, all of the above? 57% of you got this right the first time. All of these engraving errors happened before 1996 when the NHL began ordering corrections, the first being Adam Deadmarch, corrected to Adam Deadmarsh. 79% of you got all of the above, up from 57%. Did I ever actually say all of the above? That was the answer. I don't know. Jean-Claude Van Damme fights which NHL mascot in 1995's sudden death? Iceberg, UP, Tommy Hawk, Harvey the Hound. Van Damme fights Iceberg, a terrorist in disguise, after kicking her into an industrial dishwasher. 41% of you got this right the first time. 43% of you got it right this time. Up. And this is the last one, and it's mean. Who is the coach of the Carolina Hurricanes? Rob Brindamore, Rod Brindamore, Rob Brindamore, or Rod Brindamore? 62% of you got this right the first time. D, R-O-D, B-R-I-N-D, apostrophe A-M-O-U-R. 52% down, and that's Poopy and Stinky. Who's our winner? Wins, but he's won in the past month. So Russell will get first place. That is a Minnesota Wild home jersey, courtesy of Fanatics, and a Kirill Kaprizov figure, courtesy of McFarlane Toys. Who gets second and third? Dylan still gets the second, and Ethan gets third. Drew, do we even have time for a clip? Yeah, you know what? This has been a good hockey game. What about some good nut?
But Tom, he's branching out. He's got a coconut water. Okay. Sourced from organic Vietnamese coconuts. Delivers clean, refreshing hydration in 3 innovative flavors, including the first certified organic chocolate coconut water on the market.
That's kind of interesting.
Sounds great, right?
Okay, I'm interested.
Now, the PR for this, I love the way they write the 7-time world champion, not Super Bowl winner, because you can't say Super Bowl. Entrepreneur and philanthropist Tom Brady. So he's a champion. He also starts business and he gives back. Tom Brady.
What a guy.
Is bringing his relentless pursuit of peak performance to beverages.
Shut the fuck up.
That's the way it was written. It says actually to the beverage aisle.
Oh, there's never been a more PR statement that makes me want to dunk somebody's head in the toilet than that sentence right there. Read it one more time.
I'm with Jesse. Read it.
7-time world champion, entrepreneur, and philanthropist Tom Brady is bringing his relentless pursuit of peak performance to the beverage aisle.
Oh, yeah?
That's why he made this. He was
What
like,
he did on the football field is going to translate to the drink aisle.
He did it for you.
coconut water needs to be better, and I will pursue a better coconut water relentlessly.
Oh yeah, or is this just something somebody set up and you attach your name to it and it's a good way to make money?
People will die if I can't find a better coconut water.
You think Tom Brady cares as much about winning those Super Bowls as he does about having a great beverage brand?
I think it matters.
I do, because people told him he couldn't make.
Everybody told him he couldn't do this. He couldn't make a great coconut water, but look at him now.
Now, there is a quote.
Shut up, Tom.
So, hydration has always been a big part of my routine. And while coconut water has always been a staple for me, I knew we could take it to a completely different level by teaming up with, this is the company that's putting out GoPuff.
He's so passionate about this.
With this, we're
Leveling up hydration.
we're focused on keeping the ingredients simple and clean, making sure it's exactly what I'd want in my own fridge. Right? Consumers will get less processed, lower sugar beverages. It's a, and here's the crazy thing. They're like, and the global market for coconut water is expected to reach 11 billion by 2030.
Oh, wow.
So they're in the right business sector too, right?
Got it.
Yeah,
It might be,
I trust those figures.
guys, the global water, coconut water market might already be 15 billion. And it could be 11 billion by 2030.
Oh, could we
That's
go
why I
down?
love sentences like that. There's no baseline. Oh, 11 billion, that sounds like a lot. Does that mean it's growing?
What is it right now?
When I'm perusing the aisle at the grocery store, I'm like, this sounds good, but what is the market?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I make my decisions.
This better be at least 11 billion.
I also only watch hockey games where the ratings are going to be high.
Yeah.
I want the NHL to do well, and if there's
Right.
low ratings, I'm turning it off.
Capitalizing on this shift, they're offering a premium alternative to overprocessed sports drinks, which I think we can all agree you don't need them unless you're like really out there running around like crazy, right? You don't need
I don't know, if you're
them.
hungover, I think you need a Gatorade.
Now, it is sourced from not just any coconuts.
Hungover Gatorade's awesome.
It's fucking elite.
Where do you think the coconuts in this drink are sourced from? I did say it earlier, but you guys didn't
Coconuts.
catch it.
Yeah,
No, but where are the
Vietnam.
coconuts from? Where are they grown?
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Not those Caribbean. No. We're going to the other side of the fucking world.
Yeah.
for this.
They need the Vietnamese coconuts.
True to Brady's disciplined approach to nutrition, the entire line contains no added sweeteners, nothing artificial.
That's good.
And again, the three flavors, original coconut water, chocolate, and sparkling. So you're getting original and then original with sparkling.
isn't a flavor. You can't classify sparkling as a flavor.
I didn't even read this beforehand. How funny is that?
Tastes like bubbles.
We haven't
like
even, We haven't even got to the funniest
Sparkling,
part.
great flavor.
You know what? They have a descriptor for each flavor. Can I go through it?
Yeah.
How are you making coconut water exhausting?
Yeah, this is a lot.
It's like AI wrote this, honestly.
I was going to say, just get to the part where this is actually an AI shell company.
That's a great idea, Tom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in fact, okay, so original
Their
coconut water.
GoPuff, actually, they developed an AI shopping assistant.
I'm sure they did.
They don't just do coconut waters. They also did something with, I think it was like Elon's AI.
Oh,
company.
they actually did? I thought you just made this up.
No, legitimately.
I
they
also thought you made
They
this
are in other businesses, and one of their businesses is an AI shopping assistant
Original coconut water.
in collaboration with Elon's
Made from
AI company.
hand-picked Vietnamese coconuts, refined for flavor, texture, and refreshment down to the last sip. It's the perfect, clean coconut water. You can hear me doing that ad read in the show, can't you?
I'm falling asleep now.
Chocolate coconut water. Move over chocolate milk, it says.
I hate this.
Made with only 3 simple ingredients and no added sugars.
How are you still describing coconut water?
Chocolate coconut water is rich and creamy, even without the dairy. It's the first and only certified organic chocolate coconut water on the market.
I'm going to retract. Everyone enjoy good nut. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your amigos, your ton ami. Buddy. Carolina's up 2-0. They could be holding the cup by the end of the night. Or Vegas comes back and we get a game 7 on, would it be Wednesday? Wednesday. I know it's on the damn 17th. I might, it's up in the air, might get to go to a World Cup game that day. If there is a game 7, I will not. Do we deserve a better coconut water? Wow, 50-50 after 237 votes. Yes, we do. Thank you, Tom. And no, the market is unclear. I don't want chocolate water, thanks. Yeah, so when they first said that, I was like, oh, chocolate coconut, that works. And I was like, wait, it's water. It's like Yoo-hoo? No, it is very not like Yoo-hoo. I thought Yoo-hoo was more like chocolate milk. It's water in a can. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I've ever had a Yoo-hoo. Which is funny because you know what I've had in a juice box? Like basically, it's like a peanut drink. Caribbean places sell it. It is crazy. It's not disgusting. I promise you, it's awesome. It's probably the most fattening thing in human history. It's crazy. I really like it. I miss it. Do you think Tom Brady ordered the deflation of the coconuts? Technically, yes. In a way. Those go impossibly hard. This guy knows. Big Vegas third period comeback incoming. See you in game 7, says Rick Bick. Steve, read this. Why'd they add coconut? I miss original. Robert, California. That's a funny line. Steve, we need Marley streams this week. What if Steve needs 8 consecutive hours of sleep? Do you think Tom Brady has ever had chocolate? Dude won't touch a strawberry. Maybe when he was a kid. If SDPN releases a drink brand, have CHL team sponsor it so you can slap their logos on and drink it during the highlight videos. Big brain time. You're hired. Well, third period inbound. What's it going to be? What is it going to be? Matthew Newton. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. We're in Vegas. It's game 6 of the Stanley Cup final. The cup is on the line. And the puck is dropped. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Thank you, cameraman. Carter Hart plays it. Vegas has it. Eichel puts it into the... Nope, he does not. It's in the neutral zone. Braden McNabb. It looked like it went into the Carolina bench for a second. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Aho flying out of his zone. Tries to get around Eichel, doesn't work. Dorfeev into the skates of Eichel. Swatted in by Hall, who has this game's first goal. Chatfield settles it down in the neutral zone. And Carolina plays it to Jackson Blake, who gets it deep. Stankoven going to battle Anderson here. Anderson gets to it first. Lozon up the neutral zone. Mark Stone. What a move! Can't get the pass over. It's behind Carolina's net. My goodness, that would have been all time. An icing against Carolina. That was crazy. Captain Snack Bars. I hope Tom gave his son that just graduated a couple cases of good nut as a present. It also better be the only drink at his grad party. God, I really hate that. Owen, thank you for the 10 SDPN memberships. Vegas. I was going to say wins the faceoff in the Carolina end, but Carolina just gets rid of it. Wow. airmailed it, and it just plunk and died. Blown tire from Theodore. Stays with it, and it's chipped in deep. Walker. Whoop, almost gave it away. It's in the corner now. Riley Smith overshoots Mitch Marner there. So it's Riley Smith with Marner and Howden. Interesting. Carolina trying to get out of their end. Theodore. I don't know if parking the bus is the move here. Bussy out of the net to play it. We'll definitely park that bus. Carolina's fourth line out there. They get it to center and down the ice. Walker around to Keandre Miller. Back to Walker. Over 2 minutes gone in the third here. Still lots of time for Vegas to get one. Is it enough to get two? In this series, the answer is a pretty definitive yes, it is more than enough time. But we will see how that pans out. Goss to spare. Over to Nikishin. Nikishin, he likes a long pass, and he makes one there, but that is out of play and not icing. Steve, did you know? No, I'm kidding. Sorry, if the Canes win it here, who gets the cup first after Stahl? Let me think about that. Mike, you know what? Let's talk about that if it happens. Mike, Steve, did you know Czechia is soon to have the largest hockey arena in the world opening in just over a year? It will hold over 22,000 fans. I did not know that. Does Aiden Hill get a sword pick in the offseason? I'm not sure who his agent is, but sure. For everyone in the chat asking, Ron had to apologize because he said, oh, God, he did. He said roofies during a hangover bit at the beginning of the game. Yikes on bikes. Yeah, he just. Let's talk about the game. Carolina trying to get out of their end. Now the feed is sticking for me. Are you kidding me? Slavin can't get it out. Gives it away. Stone. Barbashev stopped. Vegas. Lozon. Shot. Blocked. It is too early in this third for Carolina to be running around like this. Lozon loses the zone here. Great work by Ehlers. Gets it to Jarvis. A shot. A stop. Covered up. 16:39 to go in the third. I'm going to refresh my feed here, see if that helps. Oof, what a stop there by Bussy. Mitch need these guys to wake the F up, says Merkel John. You guys are tempting fate like crazy with this Marner stuff. 17 of 15 are the shots for Carolina. Relatively stingy game, but the saves at both ends of the ice have been pretty spectacular. Aho versus Eichel. Face off in Vegas' zone. Aho. Whoa! Flicks that through the blue paint there. Theodore has it. Theodore up the ice. Tried to send Eichel on a breakaway. He beats out the icing call, though. Eichel tries to get it to Barbashev. Picked off. Martinook gets it out to center. 16-16 to go in the third. Make a wish. Dorofeyev. Eichel. Up the ice. Whoop, that sneaks through Walker. Bussy out of his net to play it. He leaves it. Oh, boy. Carolina running around here. They send it down the ice. This is going to be icing with 15:59 to go in the third. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of time. Are you going to the 2026 Pokemon World Championship? No, I did not know that was a thing or where it is. Wow. Goals by it's too late. Canes need to score 2 more in order to keep Hart streak alive, says Diane. All that matters is winning this game. All that matters is winning this game. Stats be damned, all of them. Carolina wins that and sends it down the ice. It's in Carolina's end on the stick of Keandre Miller and then over. Carolina just gets out of their end. Howden plays it back. Hannafin up the ice to Marner. Marner tries to get it to Riley Smith. Good work there by Sean Walker. Keandre Miller takes it. Again, just keep the puck in the air as long as you can. The more time it spends there, probably the better if you're Carolina. They send it deep again. Theodore, Hannafin. Both teams look like they're changing. Theodore. Oh, pass off target. Jankowski. We'll just cycle it. McNabb. It's got Robinson on him. Carrier looking to get a piece of Eichel there. Vegas sends it into the neutral zone. Chatfield swats that away. Vegas has to re-rack. Chatfield. Over 5 minutes gone in the third now. Chatfield hard up the ice. Icing against Carolina again. 14:48 to go in the third. Again, the world record for icings, man. Feels like it. Robert Bett heard a rumor today. The Leafs are interested in Patrick Kane, who's a free agent. A good sign, but at 37, would you take a chance? It's McKenna's idol. I'd never heard that. I don't really think that's a fit. Stahl wins that center ice faceoff. And like you said, like, is that the move? I don't know. He put up decent points for Detroit, but boy, did he have some terrible moments this past season for that team. Jarvis knocked to the ice, gets it deep for Jordan Stahl, who has to battle for it. McNabb has it. Good work by Jarvis. Takes his man down. Carolina holds the zone. That was Slavin with a bit of a risky shot there. Vegas only has 7 shots at even strength, says Freak. That's crazy. Well, from experience, no matter who's in net, I know Carolina knows how to prevent shots. Miller gets it deep. Carolina tags up. Svechnikov chasing it down. Vegas gets out. Miller just turns him right back around. Bussy. Oh, plays it. Risky. Oh, and now he covers it up once it ends up in front of the net. That was Dowd trying to generate some shenanigans. Wow, that cut on McNabb's face has healed really well. Captain Snack Bar says, honestly, good idea for the Canes to win it in Vegas, party there, and then fly home for the parade on Tuesday or Wednesday. Way to think ahead for them. You guys are nuts. Just joined the stream. We talking Marner choke yet? We are super not. There's still like 14 minutes to go in this game. I knew one of you was going to mention that Marner's hair is dry. What if he's just an elite athlete? He's not, dude. I've been like lining up for the opening face-off of a game, and I've been like, there's sweat going down my back right now. Like, I haven't done anything yet. I did a few laps, did some stretches to make sure I don't break. Elite athlete sweat, Steve. Yeah. What if he's just got hydrophobic hair? That's a thing, by the way. Anyway, Carolina players who played versus David Ayers. I think you mean with David Ayers. Stahl, Slavin, Svechnikov, Aho, Martinuk. Freddie Anderson was in that game. That's true. Leafs still have Matthews, Nylander, and Tavares. Marner was also in that game, I think. I don't think any of those guys were injured. All right. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. How'd your wife's family react to yesterday's Scotland win? That was way too close for comfort for them. I'm not going to lie. I forgot to ask. Marner with it. Marner blocked. Oh, and out comes Jarvis. Jarvis tries to get around Theodore. Oh my goodness! Stopped! Rebound! It's at the blue line. Slavin down low. Oh! Almost bounced in front for Stahl. Howden with it behind his own net. Stone. That was Shea Theodore. Seth Jarvis did that too. Now here comes Theodore. Offside. Play continues. That was everyone seems confused, including the broadcasters and players. 13 minutes to go in the third. Still a lot of time, but time ticking away. Martinuk tries to beat Dorofeev to the puck. He doesn't. Oh, two Hurricanes collide with each other. Is that going to create something? Barbashev. Vegas really losing their composure. They keep going offside. Oh, giveaway by Carolina. Speaking of composure, here comes Vegas. Eichel tied up. And Carolina's going to rush it out. Svechnikov can't get it deep. Stays with it. Now he does. 12:30 to go in the third. Maybe Marner needs some good nut water. Ugh. That puck misses the net. That puck also misses the net. Behind Carolina's net now. Sissons, great work. Tries to center it. Doesn't work. Jackson Blake off the boards to Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall cycles it. Blake and Stankoven down low. Stankoven back to the point. Goss to spare. Nikishin. It's behind the net for Stankoven. Tries to squirt it in front. Doesn't work. Stankoven, not satisfied, goes right after Hurdle. And it goes all the way down the ice. Icing against Vegas with 11:40 to go in the third. Steve, there's even a World Poo Sticks Championship. So not much surprises me anymore. I'm not going to ask what that is. Just remember, Steve, all Marner takes are bait, regardless of the angle. Fair. Carolina should purchase and then auction off Torts' clothes if we win. You guys are nuts! The ones he left in Raleigh. I knew what you meant. Face off in Vegas's end. Jankowski wins that back. Carrier cycles it rather than plays it back to the defenseman. Korzak out there. Absorbs a hit from Jankowski. Slavin down the ice. Off the boards. Airmailed drops for Riley Smith. He's out there with Hurdle right now. Chatfield hard around, gives it away to Hurdle. Hurdle and Hannafin battling for it. Eric Robinson gets it out across the blue line. And, I think we got a penalty here. 11-11 to go in the third. Make a wish. Eric Robinson going to the box. Oh, baby. He took down Nick Dowd. Did he high stick him? Oh, baby. Vegas power play. Oh, he high sticked him. To all the Marner haters, he has Kane's insurance goal. Oh. If Carolina wins, CC or Kupchak should be called It Was Over. I don't get it. Hi, Steve. I'm the guy who sent an email defending the squonk. Wanted to say as a Flyer fan and Dangle fan, I'm cheering hard for a Vegas loss. Thank you. Thank you very much. 11-11 to go in the third. 2-0 Carolina, but it is a Vegas power play. They are 0 for 2, but they have 7 shots, which is crazy because their first power play was actually abbreviated. I think it was cut short after like 30 seconds. They got 6 shots of their last power play. Somehow the puck stayed out, and Carolina clears it. The Knicks broke the curse, or the Leafs do. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. You should watch Hatalia, Steve. I will give it a shot. Eichel through the neutral zone. Eichel cross ice into the feet of Dorofeev. Marner. That pass is deflected. Eichel, Marner, Hurdle. Great movement here from Vegas. Goodness gracious. Marner, Eichel. Fans on that. Stone. Martinuk throws that down the ice. Regardless of who wins, who's your Conn Smythe recipient for Vegas and for Carolina? Marner and probably Stankoven, but it's close. Eichel over the blue line. This is very close to offside. Howden. I don't think it is offside, though. Howden to Marner at the point. Back to Howden. This duo has been so deadly for Vegas in these playoffs. Marner fakes the shot. Marner gets Aho to bite. He goes around everyone. Marner to Eichel. One-timer. That goes wide. Marner. Stone. Eichel. Holy 35 seconds. Stone loses the handle on that. Someone's lost the stick. Jarvis, what a steal off of Eichel. Oh, but they can't clear. Oh, they still can't clear. What a keep from the Golden Knights. What a play. Eichel. Oh, my goodness. He airmails it. How? And that goes out of play. That's a gimme. Shades of Nathan McKinnon from the U.S. Olympian with 16 seconds. Yeah, he sucks, Drew. Shut up. With 16 seconds to go in the power play. Oh, he hit the crossbar. Oh, Bussy didn't have a stick. Oh, my God. Steve, you know all these guys personally. What with Yarvi's elite likability? Give us your top 5 most likable guys in this series. I've actually met very few of these guys. Pooh, as in the game of Pooh Bear, comes up with to see who sticks. Okay. We'll talk about Winnie the Pooh in the moment. Braden Bowman, down low. Rasmus Anderson tries to center it, doesn't work, swatted away, and Carolina is going to kill this. 9-10 to go in the third. In the third, Sherd. Not a single shot on goal registered, although a crossbar is a pretty good scoring chance. Barbashev, he's got 2 cups. Who you leaning on here? Stankoven plays that down with his glove. Oh, Jackson Blake. He doesn't have a lane. The puck was too far ahead of him. Cycles it. Dowd back in his end to retrieve it. Intercepted by Jackson Blake. On. There's a rebound. There's no reason for there to be a rebound there. Sissons. Oh, my goodness. Give it away to Jackson Blake again. This kid's a nightmare. 8:20 to go in the third. Played into the Carolina end. The only thing we're missing is Costco gravy. You beat me to it. I was going to say McKinnon with the puck. Walker, hard around. You did say it's not over. So if Carolina wins it, it's self-deprecation humor. Oh. Robinson. Jankowski. I'm having just an impossible time keeping up with these guys. If I miss some, I sincerely apologize. But we're getting down to it here. 7:50 to go in the third. Puck eludes Rasmus Anderson. Carolina just gets it deep again. Hannafin up the ice. DeAndre Miller. Martinook. Okay. Carolina hasn't really parked the bus. They're starting to park the bus. 7:25 to go in the third. Howden tries to get around his man. That man is Jacob Slavin, so it's a little harder than you'd think. Puck battling around. Svechnikov trying to beat Braden McNabb to it. He does, but held at the line by Vegas. Howden has Slavin on him. To Theodore. A shot through traffic off the end boards. Shades of his OT winner. Carolina gets it out. Under 7 minutes to go now. Carolina's still up 2-0. Almost said 1. Not producer Drew says, I'm resigned to the fact Carolina is winning the cup tonight, but I'm still holding out for insanity. Rennemont, I thought Stone was a glue guy that kept them together, but it was in fact Carlson. Dude, how elite is he, right? Eichel out there with Marner. It's centered. Carolina gets rid of. Oh, no, they don't. No, they don't. Marner. Eichel. Walker gets it out. And Ehlers has a lane. He's got Korzak all over him. Lozon hits him hard. Where is it? Sent down the ice into the Carolina zone. Slavin's got to chase after this, and it's icing with 6:10 to go in the third. Guess the player, -2 in game 6. Hint, dry hair. I'm not doing this, folks. Canes might as well be up 15. Knights can't even score a 2-on-0 with Bussy and no stick. This is John Bernstein. Damn character limit. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think I caught up now. Post and crossbar are not shots. It's part of the net. Post and crossbar aren't shots. It should be its own thing. I kind of think it should be a shot on goal. The theory is it's the same as shooting it wide, which is, I think, ridiculous. 5:55 to go in the third. Corey Mueller says, sorry, Vegas, Bussy is waiting for marriage. I don't think I care for that. Stankoven tries to center it. Doesn't work. They're just going to try to rag here. Walker keeps the cycle going. Stankoven. For Carolina, their biggest enemy is time. For Vegas, their biggest enemy is time. Howden gets across the blue line. Dorfe have a shot. A stop by Bussy and covered up with 5:16 to go in the third. You think a rookie goalie has ever won the cup with a... Oh, I'm not doing that, Sloopins. Oh, I'm not doing that. Are we getting a commercial break here? Oh, baby. 5:16 to go in the third. When does Hart get pulled? ESPN just put up Vegas has 2 shots in the last half hour. Yeah, that sounds about right. Carolina's been crazy. John Sweet, watching Eichel hit that crossbar with a wide open net. Oh, this is why he's afraid to shoot. He's got a pretty damn good shot, man. Mitch could have accepted a trade to Carolina, just saying. Again, like, as a man to man, I probably make the same choice. And even if I wouldn't, I don't blame him for his choice. You know what I mean? His decision had a lot more, or had to do with a lot more than hockey. You know? Hart should have been pulled 2 games ago. Have you ever had a Persian from Thunder Bay? Not a joke. It's a pastry, and they're so good. Google Persian Man Thunder Bay. Oh. Now I'm worried. Stahl has me missing them. Michael Grunstrom. Cassidy is enjoying this from his couch. Please tell me you didn't just trick me. Renetmon. Also, I'll say it again. These teams really seem to have trouble with reverse grip goalies, eh? Dude, it's weird. It messes guys up, I'm telling you. Hitting the post is like tinkling on the toilet seat. The more that sinks in, the more, yeah. Like, yeah, you were close, but you didn't. Now everyone's mad you missed. That's pretty good. Face off in the Carolina end. Stahl versus Eichel. 5:16 to go in the third. Scrum draw. Carolina comes up with it. They'll flip it into the neutral zone. Jarvis pressuring McNabb. Jarvis pressuring Theodore. Here comes Eichel. When are we going to read more Pokemon copy pasta? We're not. Carolina clears it once more. Is this icing? It is. How much time is left here? 4:53. You got an ozone draw. You're just out of a TV timeout. I think you pull Hart here. Right? You should consider it. How about the Marlies? I do like the Marlies. Drew says you got to wait a bit. It's 2 goals, though. Hurdle taking on Stahl. Stone to the point. Theodore over. A shot. That doesn't make its way through. 4:44 to go. Miller cannot clear it. Deflected. Where is it? It's in front. Eichel's been looking for calls all night. He is not happy. Theodore. Up the ice. Oh my God. Perfect pass to Hurdle. To the point. It's Marner. Oh, he finds Hurdle. Ehlers clears it from his knees. Down the ice, but Hart's still in the net. See? Yeah, Drew, you nailed it. 4:15 to go in the third. Carolina's still up 2-0 here. Deep, and that's icing against Vegas with 4:10 to go in the third. Cup check tinkling the toilet. Hitting the post is like losing a sneeze. Ooh. Think how different this could be if the Leafs didn't claim Caden Primo. Yeah, because that resulted in the Brandon Bussey claim. Unbelievable. Who grabs Tort's clothes? You're nuts for tempting fate. Vegas should have pulled Hart in game 4. Seriously, how good does it feel if the Canes win? I don't know. The one on if posts that bounce out could be tracked, should post that it should all be tracked. Give me as much nerdy information as possible. Aho versus Hurdle. Hurdle wins that back cleanly. As a manly man, I don't pee on the seat. This is not the time to be discussing this. Howden hands it off. Stop by Bussey. Half wall. Slavin can't get it out. Chatfield battling Howden. Howden has it. Howden to the point. Anderson. Howden. Blocked by Chatfield, who's way up at the point. A shot that's stopped by Bussey. Oh, boy. Svechnikov had no idea where the puck was. Svechnikov. Oh. Hannafin's back. I was like, oh, my God, he's got a breakaway. 3:30 to go in the third. Hart keeps looking at the bench. Another turnover. Hall sends it down the ice. Bit surprised his line is out there. Maybe, no, not really. Thunder Bay Persian pastry looks yummy. No jokes, says Francois Lebel. Okay, thank goodness. Eichel hands it off. Theodore. Hart has gone to the bench. Bussey covers it. Has he? Nope, play's still going. 2:52. Hurdle is blocked. Jackson Blake gets it out, but not down the ice. Theodore. Marner. Hurdle. Turnover in the neutral zone. But Carolina brings it back into their end. Ehlers gets rid of it. Eichel, 2:34 to go in the third. Eichel in on Bussey, who knocks it into the corner. Andre Miller can't get rid of it. Off a boot. Shot from Theodore. Stop by Bussey. There's a rebound. Stop by Bussey. And he covers it up. Oh, my goodness. Hurdle had a golden opportunity. 2:21 to go in the third. If it ends tonight, who wins Conn Smythe? We'll talk about that in a minute. We're not there yet. Please, Canes, make it 4 goals. Even if they do, he's not in net, so it doesn't really matter. Torts didn't have the heart to switch goalies. Canes have built their franchise around being unbeatable in situations like this. Literally every roster spot good at locking down the house. Oh, we're going to commercial break again. Please, a goalie goal in the cup would make my year. But I want to know about the dark times, says Corrupted. No. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all of your friends. We had nearly 6,000 in here. 1,549 likes. I would love that number to get over 2,000. It's quick. It's easy. It takes a second. It helps out the channel a lot. We would really appreciate it. You never know. This might be our last hockey stream for quite a few months. I mean, well, it's also the draft and everything. Bussey is doing his best Gandalf impression. You shall not score. I'm a Devils fan, but the Hurricanes deserve this. When does Marner yell at the team to wake the F up? That's like the 5th one we've got. Hannah Joy, everyone hit like and subscribe. Nice to see game 4 to 7 Marner show up. You guys are tempting fate. It's so crazy. He's about to get a hat trick to win the game. $220 to go. I should play beer league before every game. I feel like I can breathe deeper. I'm doing this much talking. It's an unbelievable amount of forcing error. I mean, why shoot at the wide open net where you can just put it right into Bussy's chest? Should Matthews and Willie talk about the dark times if Carolina wins, or was that just a Marner thing? Almost 4 a.m. here in Manchester, and I have an important meeting in 5 hours. Adrena Gray, thanks again, Steve. Love the stream. How many sleeps till next season? Well, it might only be, less than usual. That's true. This game ain't over, Adrena. Carolina wins that back. Jarvis down the ice. Oh, Jankowski received it on the high stick and they blow it dead. 2:14 to go in the third. Vegas wishes it was 12:14. Fellas, shut up till it's over, says Demon Hunter. I fully agree. Armchair GM Dangle, who's impressed you tonight? Jackson Blake is friggin' unreal. Phil Pritchard's hair is out of control tonight. Further in, I'm just not going to be able to keep up, guys. I'm so sorry. Steve Dangle here, 3K likes, and I bring out the pup. Maybe. Stone. You can't even see all the players because the fans are all standing. It's crazy. Marner. 2 minutes to go here. Vegas needs 2 goals to tie it. Marner centers it. Eichel. Stone robbed by Bussy. Jankowski can't get it out. Hurdle to the point. Theodore. Eichel. Oh, it's in front. No one gets it. Bussy with the stop. Marner in the corner. Marner. Stone, Eichel, so many guys are right there. They got options to shot. Stop. 90 seconds. Cleared down the ice, but this is going to be icing. Yes, it is. 1:25 to go in the third. 85 seconds. All Carolina has to do is make sure Vegas doesn't score twice. Oh my God, how doesn't score? Stone has scored that goal 900 times. Oh my gosh. Stream the Calder Cup finals, please. Francois Labelson, 5 STPN memberships. Thank you. Rangers fan, happy Keandre is going to get etched. You're nuts. 85 seconds to go. Timeout Vegas. Vegas does not look like they think it's over at all. They've done this before. They believe they can do it again. Vegas didn't get any shots on goal for quite a while during this game, and they've gotten quite a few in a flurry very shortly. Title for the podcast will be Parking the Bussy. Maybe. Bussy plays like Tim Thomas. This is over. This can't end here. I'm not ready for no hockey, says Windwalker. Just give Bussy the Conn Smythe already. Does David Ayers get to party in Raleigh if the Canes win? My guess is he's invited. 1:25 to go in the third. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Carolina wins that face-off. Can they get it out? Jankowski does get it out. They're going to change. Is that offside? We got a whistle. What happened? 1:13 to go in the third. What happened? Where's this face-off going? Is it just me, or does it look like Bussy has something in his eyes? I assume sweat. Vegas has 73 seconds to score 2 goals. They win the face-off at center ice. Picked off by Ehlers. Ehlers, a shot. He scores with 1:08 to go in the third period. Nikolai Ehlers pulls out the dagger and sticks it into the Golden Knights. Surely, with 68 seconds to go in Game 6, that is it. Zorro D. Hunter says dark times in Vegas at the moment. Lost against the champ in the Eastern Conference Final. I take it, says Crash Test Fetus. Marner choked in Game 6 when it mattered. He also lost the center. Congratulations, Canes fans. This was a great series. Enjoy the cup. You've earned it. After all the years of doubting the Canes, whether it be their toughness or resilience, it's honestly cool to see them finally get over the hump. Okay, the game has continued. 1 minute to go. Definitely offside. I'm not sure why they didn't call that. Anderson. Hannafin. It's going to be fascinating if they score here. I'm almost positive they're offside. Keandre Miller. Off the glass and out. Shane Jackson sent 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you. Mike Schmidt sent a 50-piece at us. 50 SDPN memberships. Thank you. If someone gifted you an SDPN membership, thank them. Episodes of SDP VIP are available to you. A Shot by Svechnikov. Rasmus Anderson plays it. Dark Knight for a sweat-free Marner, says Urban. Well, here we are. Final seconds. Pandemonium on the Carolina bench. A 3-0 performance in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. The team that couldn't get over the hump has climbed to the mountaintop. The Carolina Hurricanes are your 2026 Stanley Cup champions. Brandon Bussey from waivers to the Stanley Cup. Unbelievable stuff. Nicole B sent 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you. Thank you. They're showing Jarvis's friends in the stands losing their minds. Freddie Anderson is on the ice with the Hurricanes. All aboard the Battle Bussy. On the bright side, no Game 7 Marner, says Talensier. Listen, I know the Marner shots are going to be irresistible. He was absolutely incredible in these playoffs. Seth Jarvis crying, losing his mind. Tortorella shaking hands with Rod Brindamore. McDonnell, he says, thank you for an excellent season, Steve. Thank you for being here. Thanks for another year of hockey coverage. Turkey Baster says, LFG Canes were the pick from the jump goofy. Who gets the axe in Vegas? My guess is no one. First time meme with Marner's face. You guys are mean. The Golden Knights look devastated. Congrats, Canes fans. Wish this ended differently, but it was a great season. And now it's on to next year. Go Knights, go. Thanks to SDPN for the streams. Thank you. Media never failed showing Marner every chance they got. Now he's a ghost, says Ty Dalla. I mean, we're obviously going to have to talk about it on the podcast tomorrow, probably in Cup Check tonight. I just have a hard time playing that card. But at the end of the day, Vegas doesn't get it done. Nick Delorier is such a beauty. He didn't play in this game, but he taped his wrists anyway. That's hilarious. Ready to go. Just ready to go. I know he's going to have his wrist taped for the picture, but so does Rod have 2 statues at Lenovo? He should. Thank you, Steve, for the season. Thank you. You can't help but smile for Freddie, eh? Dude, it's great. There's so many guys who like deserve this moment, you know? T-Spin says, the Marner hate just makes me want Vegas to three-peat even more. Some still waiting for Matthews to show up too. Not wrong. Boy, to think Marner said no to Carolina. Again, I still don't blame him for that decision. Carter Hart is gone and Torts is gone as well. You know, Hart has another year left on his deal. I don't think he's gone. Francois Labelle, thanks, Steve, and all SDPN for a great season. Not over yet, but have a great vacay. Oh, I don't know if you've ever met late June before, but this ain't going to be a vacay. Guess Steve is happy because Mitch lost. No. My team hasn't played in 2 months. Hard to be happy about that. Merkel John, Steven, you're very good at this and your stream. Have a good or have somehow made watching hockey playoffs better than it already is. Marner pull a McDavid and still win the Conn Smythe. He might. Bat flips and birdie putts next stream. I can't wait for the draft stream. It's coming. Canes and Knicks both 16-3 playoff runs. That's unbelievable. Ehlers is pretty good when he gets to play. All Carolina after the Carlson injury. Yeah, man. I think William Karlsson deserves a raise, apparently. Clutch Canadian Rod Brindamore, now a Stanley Cup champion as a player and coach with the same team. That's insane. Marna can shave that peach fuzz now. Still doesn't work. Oh, I've seen worse playoff beards than that. Finally, a successful Mitch hate watch. This is the Mitch I know. Time to draft McKenna. Go Leafs. Go, says Jacob. It's been a hell of a season, Steve. Thank you. If you're the Leafs GM, what would be your biggest takeaway from this series? We need more talented players on cheap deals because Carolina is nowhere near the cap. Taylor Hall, finally a cup. Good for him, man. Marner saying no allowed Canes to win the cup. They wouldn't have Stankoven or Hall, two front runners for the Conn Smythe. That's the narrative. Valid. I don't. It's not like Marner, haha. It's things worked out for Carolina, you know? Taylor Hall deserved the 2018 Hart Trophy, and Taylor Hall is the Stanley Cup champion, says Silent Rob. This one hurts as a Vegas fan. Hometown just couldn't bring it home in the end. GG's Carolina. Put Rod the Bod in the Hall of Fame. The Knicks did it, Steve. We can too. Go Leafs, go. This is Hayden loves poutine. Man. Taylor Hall. Drew says Jordan Stahl is going to get the Conn Smythe, right? I don't know. I don't know if they do it. I think it might be Stankoven. But I'm having a moment seeing Taylor Hall do this with gray in his beard. I got gray in my beard. I interviewed him when I was, I think, 19 or 20 years old, maybe 21. And he was, I think, 17. I interviewed him during the OHL final. And that kid who hadn't even been drafted yet, now watching him well into his career, a literal gray beard in his 30s. He's talking about his kids. He wins the Stanley Cup after a very long journey. A new legend born, the Battle of Bussy. More talented players on cheap deals is life. This continues the curse that no shark from the previous core has ever been able to go to a different team and win the cup. Oh, Hurdle. Jacob Slavin, best defender in the world, secured his Olympic gold and Stanley Cup in the same year. He's the only player, right? I think he's the only one. Believe Rod said, or Rod has been a player or the coach now in 102 of 100, Carolina's 104 franchise playoff wins. Hall and Chatfield, Windsor Spitfires alum. Toronto Curse lives with Marner. Oh, Jesus. No, dude. What the fuck? Sorry, we're banning you, dude. That's insane. I remember Tyler, like yesterday. Oh, yeah. Taylor Hall, Tyler Seguin. Sorry, what was that, Drew? Sorry, one more time. The final goal of the 2026 season. Well, it wasn't a Mitch Marner giveaway. It was a Mitch Marner deflection, I believe. Oh, the empty netter? Was it a Mitch Marner giveaway? No way. Was it? It was a back pass he made a mistake on? Dude, the Leafs asked Vegas to talk to Cassidy this week. So, okay. Kelly McCrimmon is like, we're waiting till the playoffs are over, right? And a lot of people yelled at me. They're like, what? He's waiting till the playoffs are over. Are the playoffs over? No, they're not. Okay. So now we're going to see if he lets Cassidy talk to the Oilers now, or if he continues to do the thing that it seems like he was always going to do and not let him talk to the Oilers. Canes were playing like they had a Zamboni driver in net this game. That is I've streamed. This is the 11th Hurricanes game I've streamed. That is the best game they've played. Far and away. And I watched them like kick Montreal up and down the ice. This wasn't them beating up on a team that the other team was clearly outmatched. This was just a clinic of how to shut a game down. They scored early. Like, Hart was very good in this game, but that first Hall goal sucks, and the Hurricanes just squeezed the life out of Vegas over the course of an evening. It was clinical. Denise Campbell, I just wanted to say thank you to both everyone at SDPN and the chat. My personal life's gone into the toilet, and this place has been my safe place. Thank you all. Well, Denise, I hope it gets out of the toilet post haste. Taylor Hall, first Oilers #1 pick to win a cup. Was Taylor Hall the first ever first overall pick for the Oilers? Because Gretzky was a free agent signing, which is insane. You have a stat on screen? So I'm a few seconds behind you. Oh, Olympic gold and Stanley Cup in the same year. Slavin joins the list of Drew Doughty, Jeff Carter, Jonathan Taves, Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, Steve Yzerman, Brendan Shanahan, and Ken Morrow. Is he the first American? Doughty, Carter, Taves, Keith, Seabrook. Unless Ken Morrow. Ken Morrow is American. The first picture that comes up is him in a USA jersey. Born in Flint, Michigan, 1956. Cup check, stranglehold. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I haven't thought about it yet. Carolina's going 16-3. All postseason is wild. No matter who they face, it's a hell of a run. Thank you to everyone at SDPN for an awesome year. The draft awaits. So Marner has a goal and an assist for the Canes. Are they chanting Freddie? Oh, there's Tyler Dello with Brandon Bussey. Tyler Dello of hockey Twitter fame. That dude was an Oilers blogger. He was an Oilers blogger. Got a job with the Oilers. Wasn't there very long. I think he got a job somewhere else before joining the Hurricanes. I don't remember where. Then he joined the Hurricanes as assistant general manager, and now he's a Stanley Cup champion. They're about to present the Conn Smythe Trophy. I want to thank you, Steve, because my Fubo stream was not working for 2 periods. This is the only coverage I had. Oh, no. Vegas, 3 trips to the Stanley Cup final in 9 years. It's incredible. That's Colorado native Jacob Slavin. Who is it going to be, Gare? That's got to be Stahl. He tied a record for a goal scoring streak. I thought he was going to say he tied with Stanko. Oh, I've never seen this before. Jordan Stahl is a Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Drew, like, I know you said Stahl is nowhere close to the Hall of Fame, and ultimately I think he falls short. But after having no trophies and then you add the Conn Smythe to it, it's not your regular trophy. This is a huge, huge accomplishment. Add to that, he's played nearly 1,500 games, over 100 in the playoffs. Eric, no, I don't think he won a Conn Smythe. I don't know who won the Conn Smythe when Carolina won in 2006. Was it Cam Ward? It must have been Cam Ward. Eric Stahl is in the building tonight. The funny thing about the Conn Smythe is it's an incredible accomplishment, and every player who's ever won it is like, okay, get this out of my face. I don't give a shit. Where's the cup? Hall giving him congrats. 2 guys picked in the top 2. Here comes the cup. I'm really happy for Hurricanes fans, but every single time the Stanley Cup gets awarded, every single time the cup gets awarded, I want it to be my team. I'm sure Bettman loves being on national TV with 4 shirts that spell heart immediately over his head. Sure, he loves that. Not a lot of booze for Bettman. Drew pointing out once again, no one with a cap hit over $10 million has ever won a Stanley Cup. Jack Eichel had exactly 10. And so did Barkov and Bobrovsky. Here's Jordan Stahl to get his second trophy of the evening. Your 2026 Stanley Cup champions are the Carolina Hurricanes. Jordan Stahl perfecting the psycho face. Say, we did it, baby! Wow, everyone's still in their seat. A lot of guys just bail. So many Hurricanes jerseys. Wow. Hurricanes fans traveled well for this. First guy to get it is Freddie Anderson. Freddie Anderson is a Stanley Cup champion. That's a good pick. Kind of under the radar a little bit as a goalie. He's giving it to Aho. And no, Taylor Hall's taking it for a rip. Like, I'm happy for these guys. It's such a complicated feeling. I'm happy for these guys, but God, man, one day I would love that to be me, dude. One day, watching from home, I would like it to be the team that I cheer for. You know what I mean? Oh, Sebastian Aho now hoisting it. Who's he giving it to? Jacob Slavin. Sean Walker saying, take your time. Oh, he almost flattened a photographer. I think he was looking up at the cup. Oh my God. Jordan Martinook. If Martinook doesn't give it to Svechnikov, something's gone wrong. He's got to give it to Svechnikov. He's got to go, ah! Mr. Svechnikov! Yeah, you're right. Circle the rink. Oh, he gives it to Shane Gostisbehere. Another guy who has played a wild amount of games. His career's had ups, downs, looked like he was cooked. Now he was playing big ol' significant minutes in the Stanley Cup final. Can I get a Freddie as a Lenny? Freddie! Shout out. Carrier, drafted by the Vegas Golden Knights in the expansion draft, now has the cup. Who's got it? Who's got it next? Nick Delorier. He didn't play a minute of the final, and he has these rosy red cheeks, just smile from ear to ear. Glue guy, baby. He gives it to Sean Walker. Big Selly from Sean Walker. Yes, Drew says you're honestly happy for Freddie. I am legitimately happy for Frederik Andersen. Like, his departure is not close to the same. Dude, former players from your favorite team are going to win the cup. That guy's been through hell. And like, his career has looked over several times, including pretty recently. Now he's a Stanley Cup champion. Mark Jankowski with it. Oh my God. These photographers are cruising for a bruising. I'm always amazed guys don't fall. Jankowski gives it to Eric Robinson, his fourth line mate. Slavin said, I've been injured the most I've ever been injured. Interesting. I think the full list of injuries for both teams is going to be insane. There he is. Ah, Mr. Svechnikov. Yeah, Mark Stone is playing on half a body. I think potentially Bowman, who was in the lineup tonight, like is part of a package that could potentially be traded for a guy like Larkin. I don't know if Vegas has the assets. Ehlers with it. I know a few Jets bloggers who want to frame that. Seth Jarvis with it. A lot of vets on this team. Took Jarvis a while. His buddies are in the stands losing their mind. Is the woman from 2018 who flashed the Washington Capitals in the crowd tonight? I guess we'll find out. Jarvis gives it to Jesperi Kotkaniemi. So is Torts going to fly back to Carolina? Dude, I would burn all the clothes that I left. Keandre Miller. Still don't really understand why the Rangers traded him. Was so impressive for the Carolina Hurricanes. And he hands it, this is going to be loud, to Brandon Bussey. from waivers to the NHL to the Stanley Cup final to immortality. Owen with another 5 SDPN memberships, you beauty. Bussy to Mike Riley. You know what? Drew, I'll be right back. I will be right back. Oh, wait. Well, maybe I won't be. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. Don't go anywhere. Does Vegas skip out on the post-game presser? I doubt it. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell your friends. So I had the stomach ulcer. You all know about that. So I went to the hospital, I think the night of February 23rd. And I haven't had any alcohol since at least that date. I'm pretty sure it was a week or two before it. Rod Brindamore with the cup. Just giving it a bear hug before lifting it over his head. But I've been on medicine. I've been recovering well. We're getting after it. Does Steve have a tattoo? I have a few. I want to see Eric Tulsky hoist it. There's going to be a lot of old hockey dudes pissed off that the bunch of jerks, the big old bunch of nerds, has won a Stanley Cup. I'm going to let that settle. I've been thinking about this beverage for quite some time. Drew said second fewest losses for a cup winner since the 1982. Tulsky hoisted the cup. He looked like he didn't even know what to do with it. That's hilarious. I want to see Tulsky with it too. It's crazy. Like all these guys, like I remember having like back and forths on hockey Twitter. And this guy's just on the cup now. Like Freddie Anderson now doing an interview with David Amber and Elliot Friedman. Still hard to put words to how good it feels. Just talking about what a good group it is. I am like on the verge of tears how much I want this beer. Like, oh my God. Or sorry, this could be anything, is what I meant to say. Oh. I'm telling you right now. That is a top 2 sip of beer I've ever taken. Just given the context, top 2. Top 2. The only other one is the beer I allowed myself to have on the plane on the way back from winning the floorball championship at John Boy in 2023. Enjoy your one beer, Steve. Oh, I'm probably not going to finish it. I don't want to push it. I think it's number 1. I think it's number 1. This is how's that for a sponsorship pitch? I hope they never leave us. Ever. Stahl is the oldest Conn Smythe winner? Is he? I mean, he's old. He's younger than me. Bunch of champs finally bussying through, says J-Rock. Oh. The moose nut comment got me. A few of you. That got me. Thunder Bay makes great hockey players and greater pastries. I want one, dang it. They're that good, but thank you, Steve. I didn't have a dog in these playoffs, but still enjoyed following along with you. Thank you, Gilgamesh. Drew and us Avs fans will ponder what if now. I think we're all going to ponder what if now. I think the second the clock switches over to tomorrow, the league is going to go absolutely haywire. Coaches, GMs, trades, buyouts, trade request, everything's going to be insane. Now they're going the full rink, Drew. How did you know you had an ulcer? Feeling like I had been shot, followed by an intense fever, and then going to the hospital and fainting. Also several medical professionals being like, we think you have an ulcer, but we have to stick a camera in you. And then they stuck a camera in me and they're like, yeah, you have an ulcer. So that's how. And then after when I was in the bed recovering from getting the camera, they're like, oh, also your oxygen dropped. You have sleep apnea. So I'm getting that taken care of too. Condolences to Adam. Freddie now has a cup. Oh, I'm calling him right now. Call Adam Wild. Hello? Hey, I'm on the stream, and I would just like to say Frederick Anderson is a Stanley Cup champion. Anyway, have a great night, man. Carolina's now taking their photo with the cup. God, what a feeling that must be. Over under, we get 3.5 trades in 4 days from now. I don't know about in the next 4 days, but like it's gonna go ham. Prime Killer, wouldn't it be better if the Stanley Cup presentation just had the players stand on the podium and had the cup to the team owner? That's funny. How crazy was your first sleep with a CPAP machine? I haven't done it yet. My test it's coming up very soon. I told the story, but they mistakenly scheduled me for an in-person appointment when it was supposed to be digital. So I went to the office and the doctor was not there. So I did a digital call with the doctor from his desk. He was very confused. Which one is Tulski? Google Eric Tulski. Serge Savard is a Conn Smythe winner, and he's 80. He's older than Stahl. Francois! Looks like we won't hear about Mitch Marner's dark times. Okay, here's the one mean thing I will say about Mitch, because I don't want to take it there. He said he's only going to talk about it if Vegas wins. Someone should ask him anyway. If he doesn't want to answer, that's fine. That's his prerogative. But you can't just tease, oh, we're going to talk about it. I don't know. It's odd, is all I'm saying. Sean Dance, sorry to be a hater, but Marner goose eggs in game 5 and 6 is an ointment on a terrible itch. No one scored, but like you make $12 million. This was the thing. Marner had a 10% expected goals tonight. Was anyone lower? Hi, I'm from New Brunswick. Hi, I'm from Scarborough. CPAP changed my life as much as having children did. Oh, I've heard almost exclusively great things about the CPAP machine. Couldn't do the CPAP machine. Gave me migraines. Oh, never mind. Got the Inspire device instead. It's been great. Hey, I don't care what the solution is, as long as there's a solution, because I'm just waking up at a 0 way too often. Oh my God. I swear every sip is the best sip I've ever had. Oh. CPAP isn't only for old and fat people. It's the shape of your throat mainly. I didn't think it was just for old and fat people. And now I'm wondering what you're saying. I'm just happy Hart doesn't get a cup. Same. Where does Freddie go next year? Carolina's goalie situation is actually fascinating. Let me see here. They have $12 million in cap space as it stands. They got to sign Nikishin. He won't be cheap. Anderson is a UFA. They have Kochetkov. They have Bussy. It kind of depends on how good to go Kochetkov is. He might just retire. Dude, he was an 874 in the regular season. And no one wants to hear about this because the playoffs are the playoffs. It is a skill, a difficult skill that very few people have to get through an 84-game regular season. Bussy, second waiver goalie to win a cup with a shutout. Bernie Perrant was the ever. That's what was just said on TV. I can't believe there's been 2. Had to bail on the CPAP. Good luck. Oof. Here's the thing. I fall asleep great. I fall asleep so easy. It's no problem for me. But I wake up at a 0, which means something's not working. Ooh. So apparently Jordan Stahl said something about some guys just jump ship. Was that a shot at Mikko Rantanen? I don't. Well, think about it. I believe in consecutive years, the Hurricanes loaded up with Gensel. Gensel left. They got Rantanen. Rantanen left. And like a lot of players on this Hurricanes team, they've been there a long time. So I think he's talking about a group that includes Rantanen. What is the record for most cap space for a cup-winning team? 12 million is a lot. The Hurricanes had a 16-3 record in the playoffs, the only team in history with 4-round best of 7 The only team in history with a 4-round best of 7 were the 88 Oilers. I feel like part of that is missing. The Hurricanes are up there. Hurricane winning a cup before the Habs was funny. I'm still mad at him for what he did to the Leafs. Denise Campbell, I can relate. My first Alasanga after my kidney transplant was the best ever. Hope you're doing better. I don't know what that is. Drew, should we wrap it up? Jordan Stahl broke the NHL record for most years between Stanley Cup wins. Crazy. 17. 17. Oh, I vividly remember his 2009 win. It was the coronation of Sidney Crosby. Everyone was at the bar for it. Like, it wasn't even a question. Oh, yeah, we're going to go to the pub. We're going to watch Sidney Crosby win the cup tonight. That was basically it. We watched the coronation of Sidney Crosby. And Jordan Stahl was part of that team. Nicholas Corona says, can I get a woo? Without the Rantanen trade, this cup doesn't happen. Hilarious, but true. The only better team were the 88 Oilers with a 16-2 record. Got it. Folks, what an incredible season. We've streamed so many games. I've streamed so many games. Adam streamed so many games. Jesse streamed so many games. Drew was with us for so many of those nights. Justin was with us for so many of those nights. Robert was with us for so many of those nights. Hayden was with us for so many of those nights. Maddie was with us for so many of those nights. Am I missing anyone? I was with you for so many of those nights. They're so fun. They're so fun. Like, it's a great job, profession, whatever the hell you want to call it. There are times where it's grinding, right? And you don't complain about it because it's the toy store, but there are times where it's grinding. But when I'm talking to you guys, it goes away. It is a genuinely good time. I have a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and watching games with you guys. It's awesome. So, my friends, that wraps it for the 2025 NHL season at SDPN. We'll have a brand new Steve Dangle podcast tomorrow. And we'll have a brand new cup check video. No, don't you're call me. Don't you're call me. What do you have to do tomorrow? Mm-hmm. I'll make it quick. He's going to do it tonight. Unless there's technical difficulties. We're going to do a cup check. And then we'll move right on to what's next. Got the draft stream coming up. Free agency. Hold on to your butts. You're not going to miss us yet. We're going to be all over this thing. Oh, and the World Cup in those streams. Oh, and the Blue Jays in those streams. SDPN. It's pretty great. That is it for this season. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked these streams. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Congrats to the 2026 Stanley Cup champion, Carolina Hurricanes.